morning, Afishapa.
I think I'm better.
I was just saying anything Kwaimu. Welcome to the Super Morning Show. Missy is taking over with the news at 6.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra and Kumasi, on Love 99.5 and in all 16 regions of Ghana via various affiliates, also live on myjoyonline.com, X-Spaces, YouTube and Facebook. Coming up, President John Mahama calms fears of an imminent fuel shortage amid the ongoing conflict in the Middle East.
There's no danger of us running out of petroleum within the next 6 weeks.
Also this morning, sachet water price hikes takes effect today as consumers raise objections.
Just a sachet of water is going for 1 cedi. Soon, the food we eat will have to be imported. A sachet of water shouldn't cost more than 1 cedi.
Meanwhile, advocacy rights group CATS International calls for urgent government intervention.
If we allow this thing to happen, the next time we hear Kinky Sellers Association of Ghana also say that, look, now a bottle of Kinky is now sold for 10 Ghana cedis.
In business,
insurance companies in Ghana could be hit with high claims payment if current tension in Middle East doesn't end soon.
And later, Shatawale, Kofi Kinata and others ignite the grand finale of Goma Easter Carnival. We'll bring you details shortly. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Details and now. President John Mahama's calmed fears of an imminent fuel shortage amid the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, assuring that the country has sufficient petroleum reserves to last 6 weeks. Speaking at the 2026 Quail Business Forum, the Eastern region, President Mahama assured Ghana is no longer in danger of running out of fuel. He says government is actively working to secure additional supplies.
You cannot predict external events, but you must create an economy that is able to withstand those shocks. I know Iran and Israel and all have been fighting. So far, our economy has shown some resilience. We have almost 6 months of export cover. We have about 6 weeks. We have about 6 weeks of petroleum stock in our tanks, and so there's no danger of us running out of petroleum within the next 6 weeks. Even as we're using the reserve stocks, we also are replenishing it, and so there's no danger that we would have queues at filling stations and other places.
Meanwhile, the president has called for an emergency cabinet meeting to address the sharp rise in fuel prices. He also thanked transport unions for holding off an increase in fares.
There are some tweaking we can do in terms of levies and margins and other things in order to maintain a stable price while we pray that the war comes to an end. I want to express my sincere gratitude to the transport unions, for being very patient with us. All of us didn't expect this was coming. They have held on with increasing fares, and I'm sure that they will continue to hold on with any fare increases while we all see how we can make things better.
President Mahama there. Now, consumers of sachet water are warning against prices going up today after the National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers last Thursday attributing the decision to rising input cost. According to NASPAWAG's statement, a bag of sachet water will sell at the factory at 8 Ghana cedis and in distribution trucks at 10 cedis and at retail prices at 15 Ghana cedis. But consumers are not in agreement. Here's Nancy Kumsin's report read to you.
Sachet water traders at Circle are raising concerns over the impending price hike set to take effect on Monday, April 6. They warn that increase could negatively impact sales and force many out of business, as they fear consumers may no longer be able to afford the product.
The increase won't help. If a bag goes up to 15 cedis, how much can we sell it for? We'll have to charge 1 cedi, and that just won't work.
If we sell sachet water at 1 cedi, people will stop selling it because it won't be profitable.
Meanwhile, some consumers have also expressed opposition to the proposed increment, blaming it in part on the decline in the use of smaller currency denominations.
Just a sachet of water is going for 1 cedi. Soon, the food we eat will have to be imported. A sachet of water shouldn't cost more than 1 cedi. If the price will reduce for the wholesalers, then it's understandable.
Ghana says 20 pesos.
The sachet water should be sold at 70 pesos and not 1 cedi, so that we can utilize the 20 pesos coins. People refuse to accept the 20 pesos coin, and that is our problem in Ghana.
Sankadia 20 pesos, yes, someone more for Nanka or Modia, and Kazese no come say in soon better because 70 pesos.
For Joy News, Nancy Kumson's report read to you.
Well, consumer rights advocacy think tank CATS International wants government to intervene. Here's director of the West Africa Regional Center, Apia Adumaku Kusi.
Not all manufacturers of sachet water source their product from Middle East. And so for the Association of Sachet Water Producers to come around and say that in light of what is happening, they want to increase their prices from 10 cedis a bag to 15 cedis a bag, I think it is very wrong. I think it's better that the association allow each individual member to decide how much it wants to sell a bag of sachet water. By allowing everybody to sell a bag for 15 cedis, that activity is cartel or price fixing. We want to urge the Ministry of Trade to engage with the association.
Still in government, the Minister for Government Communications, Felix Kwachifosu, has announced the arrival of a new fleet of buses aimed at reducing road transport difficulties across the country. In a Facebook post, he said the newly delivered buses are part of a larger procurement of 300 vehicles intended to strengthen the public transport system and improve mobility nationwide. He added that another batch of 100 will arrive in August, with the last batch of 100 arriving in November. Moving on, the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Esiedun Ketia, has revealed the party's ambition to secure an equal share of votes with the New Patriotic Party in the Ashanti region in 2028. Speaking during a tour of the region, Esiedun Ketia noted that the NDC's improved performance in 2024 general elections demonstrates the impact of deliberate strategies and renewed focus on the traditionally NPP-dominated stronghold. Here's a report.
The national chairman of the NDC, Johnson Esiedun Ketia, has embarked on a strategic tour of the Ashanti region aimed at strengthening the party's grassroots presence and consolidating its recent electoral gains. According to him, the increased support the NDC received in the Ashanti region played a crucial role in its overall electoral success, underscoring the importance of sustained engagement with voters in the area.
NDC Asante mamu ya local area no na pese me bubu saade no free
We wanted to dispel the perception that the Ashanti region is a no-go area for the NDC, and the outcome of the elections has proven that perception wrong.
Esiedun Ketia emphasized that achieving these targets will require unity within the party, as well as continued grassroots mobilization and strategic outreach. The Ashanti region has long been considered a political stronghold of the NPP, but recent trends suggest increasing competition, with the NDC intensifying efforts to expand its influence and appeal among voters. For Joy News, Nana Bwachidan Kweyadom, Kumasi.
The 4-day Gomoa Easter Carnival reached an explosive climax as the new school and hit Old School Makers Night took over the Ekwam Krum Community Park. The African dancehall king Shatta Wale headlined a powerhouse lineup that drew the largest crowd since the beginning of the festival. Collins Frimpong reports.
Gomoa Easter Carnival's musical concert kicked off in electrifying fashion. Thousands of fans poured in, igniting an atmosphere charged with pure energy and excitement. Samini, Oforian Ponsa, Kwabena, and a host of top-tier acts stormed the stage, delivering back-to-back hits.
Move to the left and right, move to the Samini be the owner.
The fans are not just watching, they are living every bit of it.
This show has been the best ever in Gomoa and I could say in Central Region. We never anticipated this, but it is so... I don't have enough words to describe. I mean, we love it and we appreciate it.
Hey, what's up, say? Hey, everybody! One!
Well, that's how we end this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show. Don't go away.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
When I say ABSA, you say yes. ABSA Bakiti, we go say yes this 2026 till your jobs are dropping down. Yes, you listening to me right now. I know you get dreams. A work is here, and they work it well. Like me, I want to buy that Porsche car I've been dreaming of. I move into my dream house. No landlord will say me. Join the ABSA family and let's help you say yes to your dreams with tailored banking solutions from loans, mortgages, credit cards to digital banking and more. Make 2026 the year of yes with ABSA. Your story matters.
You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy friend. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy friend.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
That's it.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give your smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
Cast your mind back to 2022. The prices were rising. The stress was high. Every liter of fuel felt like a sacrifice. Do you remember who stepped forward first? When others were comfortable with high prices, Star Oil chose you. We cut our own profits so you could keep your AC on, keep your engines running, and keep your life moving without the heavy burden. We gave you room to breathe when things felt tight. Because of you, our star savers, we became number one. Today, the pumps are a battleground. Others are finally cutting prices because they have to. But Star Oil, we do it because we want to. Don't just chase a price, remember a friendship. We were there for you then, and with new innovations coming your way, we are here for you now. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuels for all.
When the bills are mega.
When the plans are mega.
When the pressure is mega.
When the need is mega.
Then you need a mega answer. That answer is Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loan. Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loans promo is available to new and existing salaried workers, existing loan subscribers, including top-up customers and pensioners. Get support for personal needs, family priorities, school fees, home improvement, business support, and more. Enjoy big loans, low rates with a quick and straightforward process designed to help you move without delay. Visit any Societe Generale Ghana branch today or call 030-2214-314. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
You're still listening to the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Kojo Akoto Boateng. Time check in the studios is 6:17 a.m. And my guy is here.
Hey, happy Easter.
My guy. I loved hanging out with James, but it's also good to have you back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's good to be around.
Leave no be pension.
That's right.
And you are back on a holiday.
On a holiday.
This must be painful.
Very
to
painful.
resume work on a holiday.
Very, very painful.
But I hope you had a restful week, a restful leave period.
Oh, it's been great. It's been exciting.
Did you travel?
Well, I didn't. Actually, I stayed home.
Would you leave now? Are you serious?
Some of us like peace and quiet, you know.
Yes, but traveling around the country also gives you some peace and quiet.
Yeah, I guess. Next time, probably would consider that.
Next time.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take you to Nkranza in November.
Okay.
Let me take you to Nkranza in November. We
not bad.
We had the coronation for our paramount chief, the Nkranza Mahine, over the weekend. And the coronation of the Nkranza Mahima as well. The Omahine is Nana Kwame Bafo the 4th, and the Omahima is Nana Yasapon the 3rd. Okay, practically the Omahima is the wife of Otunfo. If you look at the traditional setup,
interesting.
Yes,
how's
and
that?
Nkranza Hine also assumes a very important role in the Asanteman system. So it was a big event. Nkranza was overridden by culture, tradition, a lot of people, and we used the opportunity to launch the homecoming events in November. So we are doing our own year of return, and our own Black Star experience and everything in Nkranza. And if I'm to give you a bit of perspective why this is important, a lot of Ghanaians who travel abroad are from the BA. A lot of Ghanaians who live abroad, traditionally, there are people who are from the BA. And a lot of the people from the BA who travel abroad are also from Nkranza. Nkranza sits on agric, sits on commerce, sits on a lot. So we want to bring people home to invest and turn it around. So I'll take you there in November.
That's great. I also like to hear why she's officially the wife of
I'll give you all that history later. I'll give you the history later. Yes.
History,
but cabinet meeting to discuss fuel prices.
Hey.
What are your expectations?
What do I expect? Just find a way around this.
You should go back to 10.
Just find a way around as well. However you can do it, just figure it out.
We need to find
but
a
I
way
hope that
around
it's
it.
not the cost. It doesn't cost us to do that. I mean, let's just face it. If we can, we have to pay real prices.
If we have to pay real prices, let's face it. It's coming up to 6:20, and we are bringing you the business news. But let me remind you that the 6 a.m. news is brought to you by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana, your story matters. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. And the Joy Business Report is brought to you by Omnibasic Bank, not just another bank. Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. Who are we giving the trumpet to today?
Well, in Kwanzaa, on my mind this morning.
Oh yes, I want it for Nkranza, but Charlie, A+,
There's
has
Gomwa
shown us the way.
Wow.
Yes, in Gomwa.
Is it okay to say they are competing with Kwewu when it comes to Easter now?
Oh, this year the Oma same.
But it was great.
Yes. In fact, I think A+ for what he's done to the Gomwa area. The Kwewu Business Forum people too. They've turned around the Kwewu Easter from just chilling to business. So we need to really big them up.
Yeah.
And my own or mine and on mine. We have to
exactly. I'm with you on that.
So the trumpet goes to all three?
All three. All right. So to all three we say
trumpet.
Hello, happy Easter Monday. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, insurance companies in Ghana could be hit with high claims payment if current tension in Middle East doesn't end soon. Also coming up, cement sales continue to drop despite pickup in construction activities. And economist Professor Peter Korte describes the 7-year bond results as critical in restoring investor confidence. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwab. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidon on KTU Radio. Some insurance companies in Ghana could be soon hit with high claims. That is, if the current tension in the Middle East does not end soon. According to President of the Insurance Brokers Association of Ghana, Stephen Kwatin, although many large marine insurance arrangements are shared, some Ghanaian insurers still stand to be hit with high claims payments. Mr. Kwatin explained that economic disruptions often lead to low subscriptions, which in turn hurts insurers by reducing their premium rates. He spoke to Joy Business.
A lot of the time when we are talking about compulsory insurance, especially you mentioned cargo, people only look at premium side, but they also forget that the premiums come with risk. Most of the big risk that we take in Ghana here, a lot of them, we don't insure them totally. We share. So if I give you a typical what we call slip, so FPSO Kwame Nkrumah, even though the asset is in Ghana, it's owned by the players in Ghana, you will pick the slip and you will find more than 45 insurance companies on that one list.
So it's shared.
It's shared. Exactly. So if there's a damage to any consignment coming from the Middle East and war has not been excluded, Ghanaian insurance companies are also going to pay that. And I tell you, in the marine space, claims are huge. You are talking about vessels, you are talking about huge cargoes, millions of Ghana cedis. So if you have a $200 million claim, and even the Ghanaian company is taking 10% out of that, $20 million, leaving the economy. So if it persists, any consequential damage will also be felt because we have retentions.
You heard Stephen Kwatin, who is president of the Insurance Brokers Association of Ghana. Next, cement sales are still declining. This is despite the pickup in construction activities over the past months. Here's more in the following report.
In the early part of last year, total sales of cement were more than 260,000 tons. However, fast forward to the middle of 2025, and sales have been dropping to under 200,000 tons, and even lower when it comes to the first month of this year. It is however not clear for now what might have been the major reason for this decline. This is due to the fact that a careful look at the environment and even the metropolis reveals a series of construction ongoing, especially in the real estate sector, which has even picked up strongly over the past months. The development has resulted in some asking whether those cement that are being used for all these projects and even when it comes to road construction are not being captured by authorities.
Now, economist Professor Peter Korte has described the recent 7-year bond results as critical in restoring investor confidence. Government managed to raise more than 3 billion cedis at an interest rate of 12.5%. This result has been described by many as encouraging, especially on the back of the debt exchange program. Professor Korte tells Joy Business this will help government in securing more long-term funds at some favorable rates.
Quite excited that despite the effects of the domestic debt exchange program, people have still, improved confidence. People have interest in buying long-dated bonds of government. That is positive. It tells you that the IMF program and some of the monetary policy stance has really helped to bring confidence, bring stability, and Ghanaians or investors are willing to get on board. One good point is also the interest rate, about 12.5%. That is good. If you look at the local market, the treasury bill market and other instruments, the rates are quite low. So this would certainly encourage investors to lock their some long-term bonds.
You heard economist Professor Peter Korte. Now, the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce is optimistic the cost of doing business would go down marginally in the coming weeks. This is as a result of the continuous reduction in the Ghana reference rate, a key benchmark to setting interest rates. Now, President of the Chamber, Stephen Mason, says since most businesses depend heavily on bank loans, the cut will mean a lot for the operations.
Obviously, it's going to enable businesses to expand, those importing for industry to be able to expand, increase importation for production because interest rates are low. So obviously, they are going to produce more. Those who want to expand manufacturing will be able to borrow and expand greatly to cause more employment. So it is, by and large, is good news for us. So we want to see it reflected. Inflation has gone down. Treasury bills are going down. That means that there's enough capital for private sector to be able to borrow, and we want the banks to make it accessible.
Stephen Mason, President of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. GCB Bank has strongly rejected arguments that its strong growth over the past year is as a result of monopoly of government business and deposits. The bank ended last year posting one of its highest revenues for the industry. But some market watchers say GCB Bank has come this far because of undue advantage. Managing Director Faryan Al-Hassan strongly disagrees.
And I don't know where people are getting this from. We don't have so much government deposit sitting with us. We have branches across the entire country. No bank has that. And what that does automatically for you is it attracts mobilization deposits for you. And deposits are the engine of every bank. Once you have the deposit, you can create good assets with them. So our deposit growth is coming from our extensive branch network that we have. We've been in this country since 1953. And if you observe GCB, we are moving around the fabric of the Ghana's economic group. We don't have a lot of...
When you're getting government lines, deposits, government business, finances flowing through your bank that some are saying that, deal with just GCB. And so there are a lot of deposits coming in.
I don't think
a lot of lines coming in that are linked to government.
No, we don't have government telling people to deal with GCB. We have a bank that has developed solutions that people are comfortable with. We have a bank that has a brand that people are proud about. We have a bank that understands the customer's pinpoint.
Managing Director of GCB Bank, Faryan Al-Hassan. Chief of Staff Julius Dabra is urging businesses to become more resilient while strengthening collaboration with government to drive economic growth. He says a new compact between government and the private sector is necessary to expand the economy and build capacity to withstand shocks. He was speaking at the Quill Business Forum.
If we are serious about national transformation, then government and enterprise cannot operate as strangers and adversaries. They must work as partners in one common mission to build a stronger, more productive, and more self-confident Ghanaian economy. Resilience, competitiveness, and the need for long-term thinking is necessary. We are operating in a world of uncertainty, global conflict, supply chain disruptions, inflationary pressures, and geopolitical shocks all travel quickly into domestic business conditions. That means the language of enterprise today must also be the language of resiliency.
Next, some financial market news. The government for the third week running failed to meet its treasury bills target of 4.63 billion cedis, according to the auction results by the Bank of Ghana. The government recorded 32.19% undersubscription of its auction target, higher than the previous week. Meanwhile, interest rates continue to increase on the yield curve. Next to the stock market, let's find out how your investment will fare this week. Here's Caitlin Darcy of Data Bank Research.
Last week, trading activity on the stock markets closed on a positive note, driven by price moves in 3 equities against 13 laggards. The top gainers were MTN Ghana, Clydestone and CPC, while New Gold, GCB Bank and Total Energies declined. As a result, the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index surged to a year-to-date return of 48.7%, while the Data Bank Stock Index declined to a return of 56.7%. Weekly turnover decreased to 104.1 million Ghana cedis after trading 17.4 million shares over 27 counters, with MTN Ghana dominating trades, accounting for 69.7% of the market turnover. On outlook for this week, we expect the share prices of MTN Ghana, ETI and Total to increase, while Standard Chartered Bank, Enterprise Group, EcoBank Ghana, SIC and Fan Milk to decline further. For Joy Business Report, Caitlin Dazi of Data Bank Research.
On the commodity market, crude oil opened trading at $109 a barrel. Gold added more than $24, is selling this morning at $4,195 an ounce. Cocoa dropped by more than $100 to open trading at $5,654 a ton. On the currency market, the dollar going for 11 cedis 20 pesos. That's what major banks are offering their clients. A British pound, 14 cedis 73 pesos. The euro going for 12 cedis 78 pesos. The forex bureaus quoting the dollar at 11 cedis 90 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues with Kojo and the team. He's walking majestically to his seat like kings do.
He's walking majestically to
yeah. In Kwanzaa in November.
In Kwanzaa in November, I'm going with you.
Don't forget.
I'll go with you. Sabute too says he will go.
He wants to tag along. Sabute is always crisscrossing the country.
Yes. If you go to Kwanzaa, you get fufu and rare coin.
Oh wow.
Yes. And that fufu, na fase fufu to you 3 days, you'll not be hungry. In fact, it's one of the ways we can solve national hunger. Anyway, thank you for bringing us the business news. We are bringing you the inspirational song for the morning. And today's inspirational song, Jojo selected Hosanna by Koda. It's a beautiful song. One of the best songs for the season. Yeah. Enjoy this one.
I'm an overcomer. Yes, we're doing kunimo over Satan power. As I ain't in kunimo. See, I'm an overcomer. I say yes, we're doing kuni.
Yes, we're doing kuni over Satan power. As I ain't in kuni. Overcomer.
I say yes, wedding kunimo.
Yes, wedding kuni. Over Satan power. Desire kuni. I'm an overcomer.
I'm a Nurbano. Who is this King of glory? He's a lot strong and mighty. Yes, we didn't call him all. See, I'm an overcomer. Listen, no weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. For the greater one lives in me, yes, it does. Yes, yes, we didn't call him all. See, I'm an overcomer. I say, yes, we didn't call him.
Yes, we didn't call him. Over Satan power. Desire to call him.
See, I'm an overcomer.
I'm an overcomer.
Cause yes, we didn't call him.
Yes, we didn't call him. Over Satan power. Desire to call him. I'm an overcomer.
Music from Kofi Dua and to the late Koda. The title of the song is Hosanna. Bringing us to 6:36 a.m. here on the Super Morning Show. And the man is here.
Papa
Kojo.
This is that people were celebrating the life of Jesus Christ and his death.
Yes.
What were you doing? You were farming and moving around the country, crisscrossing?
No, I was in my hometown for the coronation of my Omaihima.
Oh,
yes.
Kwanzaa.
Yes. And it's something we've been looking forward to for years. So now that...
For years?
Yeah. You know, for some time, we had something like a power vacuum.
Okay.
A little in the Nkranza paramountcy. So now that we have Nana Kwame Bafo the Fourth.
Nana Kwame Bafo the Fourth. A very, very massive good morning to him.
Yes.
I'm sure by now he's resting after all the grueling.
He's not resting. Actually, they have a health walk this morning and they are walking.
Oh.
So Nana Kwame Bafo the Fourth and Omaihima Nana Yasapoma the Third, the Nkranza Mahima.
Incredible.
They are going for a walk this morning. Yes. So yes, Easter this time in Nkranza was for coronation. Yes. And it was really good. I didn't spend time on the farm as much. We spent time to put together a big celebration for our traditional leadership, and you have very young leaders, Omaihima, really tech savvy, business savvy people who want to turn around the fortunes of Nkranza, which is a big deal.
Really, we wish them the best. Nkranza is such a central part of our country.
Yeah.
And you look at some of the things that can come from Nkranza, and people like you obviously coming from there and putting your might and your abilities at the wheel. Obviously, we need that, and so it's good that Nkranza now have their traditional authority to now help the political administration to be able to carry out and see. I think I have a colleague whose mother's funeral may be coming up in the next month or two.
Funeral
so
tourism,
I may be in Nkranza. So that will be the first time I'm going there. I've heard a lot about Nkranza. So see about that.
Okay. Now let me bring you the Drive Safe campaign. It's brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, Solid Protection, avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road, and hands on the steering wheel, be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how to ensure your safe arrival. Some time ago I complained about a big pothole around the Achimota overhead. So if you're from, say, the Jolu side, getting to La Paz, and you take that ramp off the overhead to join the Tesano Road to come to Circle, there was a big pothole. It's been fixed. Yes. When they fixed it initially, it had a small problem. I've realized that this morning it's been fixed again.
I think I saw them the afternoon or late in the day fixing it. Then the next morning when I was coming to work, then I realized that there was a small pothole.
They fixed that one again.
Brilliant.
And
hopefully this is durable.
Yes. There was a painful one in front of Peace FM. Abeka Junction.
Yes.
That was in the middle lane. 3-lane. It was in the middle lane. We spoke about it and it's been fixed again.
Oh,
yes.
Brilliant.
So, Urban Rose, this morning I'm not going to say much. I say thank you. There's a lot more. Let's fix the others as well. But thank you for listening and fixing the road for us so that people can drive safe on the road. And your fuel tip for the morning: if you see something unsafe, speak up immediately. A leaking nozzle, fuel spill, blocked driveway, or damaged hose should never be ignored. Reporting a hazard early is how we manage risk before it becomes an incident. And this message is from COMAC, standing for Proactive Safety. And that brings us to Say It Right, which is brought to you by Kingdom Books. And at Kingdom Books, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, Societe Generale Bank, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
Do these two words have the same meaning? Imply and infer? The answer is no. To imply means to hint at something without actually saying it. For example, by recounting stories from 1983, Sammy implied that he was over 40 years old. To infer means to make a deduction from something that was not stated categorically. For example, I inferred from his stories about the year 1983 that Sammy must be over 40 years old. Here's a simple way to explain it. The speaker implies and the listener infers. And now we all know how to say it right.
And remember that Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited is your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment and furniture at affordable prices. They've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. It means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically going to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, and they will arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. They also offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is their hallmark.
Kojo, the loans are still flying. The SG Mega Loans promo this year. Yes. This year, no more waiting, no more managing small. You have to go mega. From Yateso Biom and the Asanteso promo, Societe Generale Ghana is here with a Mega Loans promo with even lower and more competitive rates. With SG Ghana's Mega Loans promo, salaried workers of SG Ghana listed companies, pensioners and eligible customers can access support for personal needs, family commitments, home projects and more. From now till July 2026, apply and enjoy big loans at small rates. Yes, very low rates and a fast, hassle-free process that helps you get moving sooner. Visit any SG branch near you or call 0302214314 for more details about the SG Ghana Mega Loans promo today. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you. So, Kojo, you have to do some math with me after we finish this segment so that I can see how much I can get, how much they have to deduct every month so that I can bring in my Shangan from China ASAP. So we have
the way the interest rates have dropped, you really need to. This is a good time to take a loan.
I think
personal loan, business loan.
Brilliant. Yeah. They are just over here across the road. So yes, I have to go and see them and do the math and then bring in my Shangan.
Because the future is you.
Yes.
Anyway, this brings us to the newspaper review brought to you by Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough, Kel Charcoal toothpaste, Happy Smile, Star Oil, quality and affordability, quality and affordable fuels for all, and Enterprise Insurance, your advantage. Koku,
yeah,
the papers are on break,
Charlie, the papers are enjoying and here we are.
The newspapers are on break. We'll do online.
Yeah.
Yes, and the online news review is brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest. So, Koku, what do we have?
From myjoyonline.com, there's a banner story that is buy wrong gold, face prosecution. Gold board CEO cracks down on rogue dealers. Sami Jemfi there speaking tough. And then analysis why the Bank of Ghana sold half of its gold reserves. Then every gram will be traced. Every gram will be tracked. Gold board unveils traceability push to deal with illegal mining. And then government secures $92 million for engineering and agriculture university. Black Sheriff questions Wendy Shea's absence. And Artist of the Year talks ahead of CGMA 2026. Of course, there's a lot of stories also from Gomoa, and I think what Gomoa A+ and the guys they have done is incredible. It's
100%. He scored 100% for
it's
himself as an MP of
and
the Gomoa people.
Now what we have is an alternative when it comes to Easter. For so long, Easter was basically Kwehu. And that meant a lot of all the traffic was going to Kwehu in a way that made it even unhealthy because then accommodation was short, the traffic conditions on the roads. But now you can have an alternative. You can say, okay, let's go to Gomoa. Hopefully by next year, the road would have been fixed from Kaswa to the Gomoa junction. Then you can just move in. So it's incredible what the Plus has done. And I think the other political watchers in there will be biting their fingers like, really, this could
Those
be done.
who have been in parliament since we were born, who
who
are not doing anything for their constituents.
Yeah, I mean, the kind of businesses that will move in there, even for this temporary period, people are going to go there and think, people are also going to go there and look at the potential of Gomoa. So after the enjoyment, they'll come back. And then they'll start working on plans to go back in there.
A+, I saw a video where he was talking about the demands that they've made to the government to provide them a port. Right. And if you watch what he said very well, he made some very, very sound arguments. For example, he said if they had a port there, it would also reduce the traffic on the roads. People could take vessels from, say, Accra to Gomoa. You could take a ferry. And there are people who have suggested that we need to look at water transport, especially along the greater Accra metropolitan area. If somebody lives in Kaswa and the roads are heavily trafficked, can we have a port in those areas where a ferry that takes like 300, 400 people can come and dock and then take them via the sea, which is a free road God has given us to, say, Jamestown or to Accra Central. And so if we can chart that particular path, maybe we could also improve our multimodal transport system. Now today and yesterday, people are celebrating the announcement that we have 100 new buses, which are going to complement what we have for public transport,
which is obviously also going to mean a lot of traffic on the road. I've always actually said that I saw Felix Kwachofusu's post. I think a little bit of our problems are sometimes misdiagnosed. The problem with transport in Accra is not always the availability of buses or the availability of the vehicles on our road. First off, part of the reason is, let's say a trotro moved from Medina to Accra. How long does it take that trotro to be back in Accra, in Medina, to pick another set of people? So that traffic situation is there that you haven't fixed. If you put 100 more buses on the road, that is a little bit more traffic that you're going to deal with. And that is why the BRT was such a smart thing. That if you can be sure that you can move with this bus at this particular time and get to Accra or your particular destination with very little traffic, with a dedicated lane, then it worked. But now you're going to put buses on the road that are going to compete with all the other vehicles and
look
other
at
things.
this. Let's use this information as a baseline. What do you see?
From start, 26 kilometers. It took about 0.48 hours. That's 48 minutes. And at 10.1 liters for every 100 kilometers and 32 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
That is a trip.
So this is my drive for the morning when I was coming to work. I traveled 26 kilometers in 48 minutes, estimated 10.1 liters per 100 kilometers.
Your fuel economy
that's
is
my
good.
fuel consumption. So also who the way I'll be driving car.
My fuel economy
and my average speed from the house to the office was 32 kilometers. So let's use that as the baseline. If we are getting 100 buses, right, and each bus takes 29 people, and if we use this as the baseline, it means that, so we are going to get 300 in all, but the first 100 is coming, so we are analyzing only the first 100. It means that the basic passenger capacity for this 100 is that every trip is, let's assume the people board and they don't alight from start to end, 2,900 people per trip for the 100 buses. And if they work from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. using this baseline, it means they do 8 rotations per day. So in a day, these 100 buses can transport 23,200 people. Okay. In Accra, the average number of trips per day is between 3 to 4 million trips a day. 3 to 4 million trips. So for 23,000 trips a day, it's about 0.6 4%
of that,
of the coverage, which is
like almost insignificant.
It's a drop in the ocean, right? And if we assume that people like us are going to park our cars and join these buses, it means we take 2,900 cars off the road. But this assumption doesn't work because we are not going to park our cars, right? So you are right to say that just the addition of buses doesn't cut it. We need to have a better strategy to deal with traffic within the city. Some of the things that we've still not tried within the city is contraflow. We've not tried it.
What was that?
So contraflow is using the freer roads to transport people. So in the morning, for example, from Adenta to Accra, the traffic is on the Accra bound side. The Adenta bound side is free. So you can take one lane from that 3 lanes of the Adenta bus side and say that all buses with capacity of 29 and above should use that road. Okay, facing oncoming traffic, you just put in the nice barricades and all those things. So these buses can then move faster. Most cities that cannot build extra infrastructure use contraflow. If you are moving from Jersey to New York, for example, in the mornings, there's contraflow. In the evening, New York to Jersey. In a lot of
we have places. Contraflow, but it's for the politicians. You meet a Land Cruiser, then it's on oncoming, it's facing you, blaring.
So we need to, and it's something that I've been saying, that the president should encourage the Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Roads and Highways and the local governments. Let's try contraflow, and let's try diverting private car traffic to certain routes, so that the major trunk roads within the city, let's use them for high capacity buses. If we use them and the convenience increases, some of us may end up parking our cars and joining some of these buses. And it will also help with general emissions in the city, because if you are not spending as much time in traffic, we reduce our fuel consumption and emissions. But it's been over 10 years since we started having this contraflow conversation as part of the BRT and QBS, and nobody's
listening. You see the way you've laid it out. I think that there are people in there who are paid to do a lot of this thinking who are not doing it. For instance, over the weekend, a transport minister in particular has been getting a lot of bashing on X, for instance, about talking about new airports. Which,
and the new airport,
by and large, will not be used by a lot of people because air travel is expensive. And people have been talking about trains, and it's almost like the conversation about trains, nobody wants to listen to that. So I'm from Koforidua. My mother is there right now. If I had a train that could come to Accra in 30 or 45 minutes, because I've been in Germany and I moved from Berlin to Cologne in 2 or 3 hours. These are cities that are far apart. So that would mean that I spend little on transport, because then I'll live in my mother's house in Koforidua. And on rent, I will not come and rent the expensive rent I rent in Accra. A lot of things.
And when you close, you can go and eat a bar.
45, because if you drive from Accra to Koforidua, it's 2 hours maximum. That is because the road around a bridge down there is bad. But if it was good enough, you could do 1 hour, 1 hour 20 minutes. So imagine you have a train, not even a high-speed train, but a train that moves at a normal pace. So we need to rethink our transportation issues in the country. We appear to be very comfortable. And again, it goes back to the point that people have made. I think it's a bit cliche, but the people we elect to fix our problems don't face the problems all of us face. So then they don't feel it. I mean, the average politician, even in your position, can drive against oncoming traffic and nothing will happen to him. Transport minister just blazing through with the 3 Land Cruisers and a dispatch ride. I mean, if you had to stay in the traffic like all of us do every single day, at least for your own self-preservation, when you get to the office, you call your technical guys. What are you not doing this contraflow thing?
Anyway, you mentioned fuel earlier, and the president has been speaking about fuel, and he says that he's called an emergency cabinet meeting to explore measures to cushion Ghanaians from the recent price spike in fuel prices. Let's listen to what the president said.
Brilliant.
I can confidently tell you that the economy is not going to crash because of the war. I've called for an emergency cabinet meeting to decide some measures we can take to cushion the petroleum price while we expect that the war comes to an end. There are some tweaking we can do in terms of levies and margins and other things in order to maintain stable price while we pray that the war comes to an end. I want to express my sincere gratitude to the transport unions, for being very patient with us. All of us didn't expect this was coming. They have held on with increasing fares, and I'm sure that they will continue to hold on with any fare increases while we all see how we can make things better. You cannot predict external events, but you must create an economy that is able to withstand those shocks. I know Iran and Israel and all have been fighting. So far, our economy has shown some resilience. We have almost 6 months of export cover. We have about 6 weeks. We have about 6 weeks of petroleum stock in our tanks, and so there's no danger of us running out of petroleum within the next 6 weeks.
So that was the president speaking about the fuel prices and also about our stocks when it comes to petroleum products. He says we have 6 weeks of that in our tanks, and we also have 6 months of import cover. Let me digress a little bit. I know we are talking about fuel prices, but why should we measure the health of our economy by the number of months of import cover? Why not convert that import cover into productive cover? So if you have, say, $1 billion for imports, which is your import cover for the 6 months, why not re-strategize and say that $1 billion you have for import cover, you're going to put half of it into actual production so that this our quest of being self-sufficient is properly achieved. Because if you have 10 years of import cover and there's a fight, there is a war,
and you can't buy It's a very fair point. It's the same argument that a lot of people have made about this sometimes big conversation about GDP. You have 1,100 billion.
6 months of
so
how much
of it is in productive sector
cover do you have?
And
capacity.
It's a good point. It's a good point that I think we should be looking at, because we like to look at a lot of the numbers and think of it. Okay, yes, you have 5 months of import cover, but if the war becomes so big that the procurement chains, the supply chain becomes in a way that you cannot import anything, you can't bring anything into the country, then what are you going to do with all that money?
The economists and the analysts and the financial gurus, please help us understand. Import cover, is it what we need or the productive capacity?
Let me add this to what the president has been talking about the strength of the economy. So just yesterday I was at the car wash, and then I saw a notice that they said they are adding 5 Ghana cedis to the price. It's soon because, and I was thinking, this is just in the week where water tariff fell by almost 5%. So there's a lot of talk about how the economy is looking bougie and all of that. But look, pure water sellers have just increased their prices, which means pure water, a sachet of pure water could go up to 1 Ghana cedi. But we know that the coins differential makes it sometimes difficult to sell at 80 pesos or 70 pesos. So it will go to 1 cedi. And so there are a lot of, I think there's a cost of living crisis that may be coming up. That's why the cedi generally performing very well. And I also don't understand the president when he says he wants to wait until some cabinet meeting and all of that. I think we should pay attention.
Anyway, if you're managing your church or ministry and it requires a banking partner that truly understands your mission, make Zenith Bank that banking partner. Zenith Bank Ghana has introduced a Zenith Church Premium Account. It's a tailored financial solution for churches and ministries. You enjoy free Sunday cash pickups, loans at concessionary rates, full cash management services, and expert investment advice for your ministry's growth. Call Zenith Bank on 054 20000111 and 0302 680884, or you visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and you sign up. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. Okay, we'll go for the BBC News. A lot is happening around the world. You'll get the updates on BBC News, but let me bring you one story from City Newsroom. Onion supply disruption looms as trucks are seized in Nigeria. More coming up on the show. BBC News is brought to you by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Business Daily is in 30 minutes.
Today we're in Jersey off the coast of France to discover whether offshore wind farms could allow islands across the world to unlock an abundant supply of energy, not just for themselves, but perhaps for their neighbours as well.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up from the BBC World Service, The Interview, conversations with people shaping our world, with me, BBC presenter John Wilson. For this episode of The Interview, I speak to the English comedian, writer, musician and actor Eric Idle. He's best known for being a founder member of the comedy troupe Monty Python, writing and performing across their 4 television series and films including The Life of Brian and The Meaning of Life. But it became popular even in America, though, which is surprising given so much of the humour was very, very British
but it
and absurdist.
only became popular in America after we'd finished doing it.
And they were
so we
showing the
weren't
reruns.
bothered by stardom, which was very nice. It came on quite by chance when we were opening the Holy Grail. So that would be 1975. So when we hit New York, we were kind of a cult hit, you know. And then they saw the movie, Holy Grail. And that was the first time we were sort of realised that there was something special going on here.
Eric Idle. Hear more on The Interview after the news.
BBC News with Danielle Yawowiecka. Iran has warned that its retaliation will be devastating and widespread if President Trump goes ahead with his threat to attack civilian targets, including bridges and power plants. On Sunday, the US president once again set a new deadline to late Tuesday for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. US media said mediators were working on a potential 45-day ceasefire. The BBC's Daniel Simoni in Jerusalem says Mr. Trump's rhetoric could indicate that chances for a deal are slim.
He keeps saying that Iran wants to negotiate. There seems to be no real evidence for that. There are apparently negotiations going on, but Donald Trump has set out this really expletive-laden threat to obliterate Iranian civilian infrastructure, including electricity plants, water desalination plants. Really extreme threats. The Iranians, in response, saying they will create hell themselves throughout the region. Again, the Central Military Command saying today that if civilian targets are hit, their response will become even more devastating and widespread.
Following the warnings of increased military action, oil prices opened higher in Asia on Monday, though stock markets remained steady. From Singapore, here's Nick Marsh.
What oil analysts are saying is that the longer this conflict goes on, the more likely it is we're going to get to a point where we actually see physical shortfalls. A tanker that left the Strait of Hormuz the day before the war started is starting to arrive now at its destinations in Asia. So we could get to a point where you're seeing pretty much no tankers or very, very few tankers arriving. And that's when the price of oil, if you think it's high now, is going to really, really shoot up to something like we've rarely seen in the past.
Iranian media reports say an airstrike on a residential building in Islamshah, just outside Tehran, has killed 13 people. Officials said US-Israeli strikes in the centre and the south of the country have killed at least 11 people. The Israeli military have carried out strikes in Lebanon in the suburbs of the capital Beirut and the south of the country, reportedly killing 15 people. Earlier, in a TV address, President Joseph Aoun reiterated his call for negotiations with Israel. He said dialogue was the only way to stop the south from suffering the same devastation inflicted on Gaza. Here's our correspondent in Lebanon, Hugo Bashega.
I think what the president and everybody here is trying to avoid is an escalation of these Israeli attacks. Many believe that what is happening here is just the beginning, that the Israeli military is still focused on Iran, but they believe that once the war in Iran is over, that Israel will turn its full attention to Lebanon and that the situation here is going to get worse. And so far, Israel has ignored these unprecedented calls from the Lebanese president to negotiate.
You're listening to The World News from the BBC. Military officials in Ukraine say a Russian airstrike on the southern port city of Odessa has killed 3 people, including a child. 10 other people were injured. There are reports that a Ukrainian strike on a coal mine in the Russia-controlled Luhansk region in the eastern Donbass has left over 40 miners trapped underground. South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung has expressed regret to North Korea over a drone incursion that he said was carried out by individuals without government approval. Mr. Lee said an investigation had established that a South Korean intelligence official and a military official were involved in what he called irresponsible and reckless actions that had created unnecessary military tensions. NASA's Artemis 2 mission has crossed a key threshold in space on its journey to slingshot around the moon, the lunar sphere of influence. It means the moon's gravitational pull now takes over the trajectory of the Orion spacecraft. This is the moment Mission Control in Houston, Texas, made the announcement.
We recently received confirmation that the Orion spacecraft and its crew have officially entered the lunar sphere of influence. That milestone taking place at a mission elapsed time of 4 days, 6 hours, 2 minutes, and 54 seconds into the Artemis 2 mission. By reaching this milestone, it means that the gravitational forces of the moon are now greater on the Orion spacecraft than that of Earth.
The 4 astronauts on board are expected to venture deeper into space than any human before them when they fly around the far side of the moon on Monday. And the world's first professional curling league will hold its opening competition later on Monday in the Canadian city of Toronto. 6 mixed-gender teams from North America, Europe and Asia will play in short matches. To date, curling has been largely limited to its 4-yearly appearance at the Olympics. BBC News.
Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle. And the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I dey your side, Fidelity.
Pay small, drive covered.
Charlie, my guy. Hey, driving these days be sweet oh. No pressure, everything's smooth.
Ah, look at you smiling early morning. What's making life so easy like that?
Simple. I'm using Pay As You Earn motor insurance from Coronation.
Pay as you earn?
Yes, same trusted cover, but I pay monthly or quarterly. Just the way I prefer. It's about flexibility.
So I don't have to pay everything at once.
Only if you want to. And with every policy, 50% goes to support the National Road Safety Authority, helping to promote and improve safety on our roads. Visit ecoronation.com, select Pay As You Earn motor insurance, and fill out all required details. Pay with mobile money. Policy comes straight to your phone.
Pay small, drive covered.
Pay As You Earn motor insurance, a flexible option from Coronation.
Pay small, drive covered.
Hello my fellow Ghanaians, presenting to you the authentic firefighter, San Cablo Cables. These days, we hear less of fire outbreaks because San Cablo Cables, they guard for every Ghanaian. From the building contractor to the electrical engineer, San Cablo electrical cables are their best choice. Proudly made in Ghana, San Cablo deals in electrical cables, PVC pipes, sockets and switches of all kinds with 99.99 pure copper. My fellow Ghanaians, if light won't travel, now San Cablo be the motto. San Cablo cables are carefully built in different shades of colors to suit the needs of Ghanaians and our weather condition. Always remember to use San Cablo quality electrical cables and accessories for your wiring. For bulk purchase of your PVC pipes, socket, switches, electrical cables, please contact 0530-774-774. San Cablo from Side Go House. Now we be the plug. Approved by the Ghana Standard Authorities.
You can't deny it when you taste it. The rich creamy goodness of Cowbell coffee. Oh, one sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee. Taste it and you love it. It's a special feeling. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
So they should be prosecuted under this particular law. Let me give you another example. So the FD for or the DC for Tanono, he signed the permit. This one that purported prospecting permit. He should be held responsible for doing that wrong thing. And I thought the lawyers are the same people that says ignorance of the law is no excuse. The offense they have committed is beyond an administrative offense. There is a stated law that says that if you facilitate galamsey, and we know that in these communities, you have complicity of people in power. And you remember that the president himself told us that some of his people are involved in this.
Then we wake up and the president tells us, my party people are involved. Do you know what's even funny? The president said, when it comes to galamsey, anytime a government comes into power, that government's people then become the campaigns of the galamsey.
So speaking the facts.
Yes. So what it means is that when he was in opposition, he knew, because he's been president before, he knew that under him, NDC campaigns were doing galamsey. Yet he pontificated as pious as he is and created the impression that 30 people only got involved in galamsey under Akufo-Addo. Such a lie. Is President Mahama telling us that he only found out last week that NDC campaigns are doing galamsey? Is that what President Mahama is telling us? The person who gets national security briefing every day is telling us he found out last week.
What we cannot say on this platform is that after the president gave this directive that issues up, the assemblies are still doing. Then it becomes an issue of defiance. That becomes a grievous matter to be dealt with. I mean, the negative impact of galamsey should never be lost on any one of us. And that is why the president, upon assumption of office, had revamped the work of NIMOS. Today, as we speak, over 500 plus champagnes have been destroyed. And I've always asked the question, can you imagine for a minute having 500 champagnes on our water bodies as we're having this conversation today? This country would have been like, so the issue of the environmental terrorism associated with galamsey is a matter that we have all condemned.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
For years, you've made Sultana more than just a brand. It has become a part of your home. From your kitchens to your celebrations, now it's time to give back to you. Sultana's Buy and Win promo is here. You can win cars, motorbikes, trucks, Sultana products, and many more. All you have to do is to buy a bag of Sultana rice, scratch your coupon, and you could win really big. Sultana rice, your household favorite. Win the big one.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. This advert is FDA approved.
Imagine giving birth without clean water. No water to wash hands, no sanitation, no hygiene. Yet, this is the reality for thousands of mothers every day. When healthcare facilities lack clean water, mothers and newborns face life-threatening infections. But this crisis has a solution. Clean water, decent toilets, good hygiene in every healthcare facility. Leaders have made promises. Now is the time to keep them. It's time to deliver clean water for every woman, every baby, every future. Follow WaterAid Ghana on social media. Raise your voice. It is time to deliver.
Syntax Tango! Syntax, hey, I talk very strong.
want quality, this be where you belong. Syntax, hey, tough, hey, strong. Oh, gonna shout, sing the song. When the sun they hot, syntax no break. When the rain they fall, still no shake. Builders they choose and plumbers they prove. Any project you they start. Syntax
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Are you ready to listen? Are you ready to listen, my your cup. Enjoy on the set. Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM. She no go follow to the end. She no go follow to the end. She said to meet another man. Later today they will be going for lunch. No more, no Mr. Lover man. Say she know they feel my go. She's calling the bunch. She's calling the bunch. As I dey sleep, I be counting my ceiling. Oh my God, what a feeling. 21st century, so she go tell it to my face. It's over, my baby say over. It's over, it's over. She dey tell me say over. 21st century, so she go tell it to my face. It's over, she dey tell me say over. It's over, it's over. My baby say over. Me see me pretty, 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 pretty girl, why you do me so? Although me sweetie darling, I have fallen, can't you see? I know they feel they go. I never tell you no lie. Baby girl, why you do me so? Never you say bye bye. To the end of time, I saw that thing they go. Me see me pretty, 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 pretty girl, why you do me so? Why you do me so? Although me sweetie darling, I am falling fantasy, I know they feel they go. I know they feel they go. As I dey sleep, I be counting my ceiling. Oh my God, what a feeling. 21st century, so she go tell it to my face. It's over.
Music from R2B.
It's over. It's over.
The weekend is not over. Easter is not over. But I'm reminding you that it will be over tomorrow. It's 7:18. You are listening to the Super Morning Show. My name is Kojo Akoto Boateng. I'm here with
Kweku Asante.
Yes, and Kweku, we have a message from Professor Peter Quote on our import cover and production cover conversation. He says that there's a new proposal to focus on production cover instead of import cover. Although it's sound, I find it limited. Let's note that production is a subset of total economic activity. We import for production and consumption purposes. Hence, we should rather focus on how many months of strategic oil reserves that we have as a country. You could have so many months of import cover, but it doesn't translate into actual imports, especially oil, given the threats posed by the war.
Yeah.
So these are the thoughts.
Good to hear that it's something that we are considering. Good to know.
These are the thoughts of Professor Peter Corte. So the president said we have 6 weeks of oil cover. based on this morning's Say It Right, I want to infer from Prof. Peter Akoto's message to us that we need to extend our strategic oil reserves beyond 6 weeks. And that's something I totally agree with. If you look at our storage capacity in the country, and I've said it, and so far I don't have any oil and gas experts really coming out hard to tell me it's wrong, that the capacity, the storage you have is largely for trading capacity, so that the trading cycle is not disrupted. That's 6 weeks storage, so that our trading cycle is not disrupted. But indeed, if we really wanted a strategic oil reserve, we should be building that. An institution like BOST should be leading that. But BOST cries, you see, they are practically also a trading, so I don't know. Those in the oil sector, you can share what you think with us as well here on the Super Morning Show. And today we are talking about a lot of things. We've already touched on the 100 buses coming in, and based on our calculations, 0.6% improvement in assuming we are putting all those buses in Accra, and assuming that the baseline we are using is fair and it works. But that's even because the baseline we are using is on the assumption that the buses can move in 48 minutes from, say, Adenta to Accra Central, because that's the journey I used to make the baseline. And so we demand that better things be done in the transportation sector. We demand that the Transport Ministry, local government, roads ministry, they sit down and actually bring us better ways to move the masses, to ensure that the approximately 3 to 4 million trips made in Accra every day is handled properly. And beyond Accra, Takoradi, Kumasi, Tamale, and all the growing urban centers, we put in place the systems now to prevent what Accra and Kumasi are suffering from. And so transportation is one of the things we are looking at this morning. The president is also calling an emergency cabinet meeting over the fuel price surge. Last week we spoke to Ben Boachi on the show, and he told us some of the margins that he thought could be taken off. The president also mentioned that some of the margins will be looked at. And when we did the back of the envelope calculation here, if we moved a few of the margins around, we could be saving as much as 2 cedis 50 pesos. We could be removing that from the fuel price,
which is a massive relief. At current prices,
2.5 cedis for petrol.
13.2 at start and go for 13.3, I think.
Yes.
If you take 2.5 from it, you are back to 11 thereabouts, which is very good.
And diesel, which is selling at a minimum 17 cedis, if you take 2.5 from it, you go to, say, 14.5, 15.
Yeah.
And the diesel part is very important because it started raining, and as somebody who always talks about agric, the tractors and the machines in the country need diesel to run, to prepare land for farming. If you put that aside, most of the heavy duty trucks that move goods around also run on diesel. So the higher the diesel prices, the more impact is felt by the average Ghanaian. So we need to look at it and see how we can work on it. And several Ghana-bound vegetable trucks have been detained in Nigeria because really the story, as we have it, is that suspected armed men in Samia, Kebbi State in Nigeria, have blocked and detained several Ghanaian trucks carrying perishable goods, mainly onions. How do we become onion sufficient? Is there anything we can do? Last week, last 2 weeks, last 3 weeks, it was tomatoes. Now it's onion. Very soon, other things will come, like meat. How do we become sufficient in all these? Your thoughts are also welcome here on the show. 055 1111 997. Now, coming up, we also have your birthdays coming up. Uncle Ibo will join us as well. We have the sports also coming up on the Super Morning Show. Now, Coronation Insurance Ghana Limited is making motor insurance more flexible than ever with the new pay-as-you-earn motor insurance. You can now buy your insurance on monthly, quarterly, or 6-month basis. You sign up instantly through the eCoronation digital platform. You pay conveniently via Momo and instantly download your documents anytime, anywhere. It's affordable, it's flexible, it's convenient, and every For every vehicle you insure, amount of 0.5 pesos is donated to promote road safety. So you call Coronation on 0302. That is 0302 773616, 0308 249068, or you visit their head office at 35 Aviation Road, Airport Residential Area near Nyaho Clinic. Pay small, drive covered. This is Coronation Insurance.
And don't let your engine suffer because of a tight budget. Don't do that at all, because you can break down your engine. Because our Total Energies we did for you, and that is why we have significantly reduced our lubricant prices. For instance, your favorite 4-liter Quartz 9000 SAE 5W40, which was 118 cedis, is now 107.5 cedis. Your 5-liter Quartz 9000 Future 0W20, which was 148 cedis, is now 134 cedis. And your 4-liter Rubia Fleet HD 415W40, which was 80 cedis, is also now 72.5 cedis. Top quality meets great savings. You won't get these prices anywhere. So rush to any Total Energy station nationwide and enjoy premium quality engine oils, transmission fluids, and coolants at significantly lower prices. Remember, that balance you save off can buy Davis Gobe for the rest of the year. Choose Total Energies, choose quality.
All hail Davis Gobe.
Yes. Jojo's favorite.
Jojo's favorite is Davis Gobe with a lot of pepper.
Yeah.
Anyway, with Millennium Insurance, you don't have to worry. Whether it's motor, properties, marine, travel insurance, they've always got you covered. They are fast, they are reliable. So when life throws you surprises, let Millennium give you the cover you need and make sure you are ready. So call Millennium today on 050-141-8228. That is 050-141-8228, and insure the unexpected before the unexpected insures you. Millennium Insurance Company, your trustworthy partner.
Kojo, let me tell you about San Cablo. And are you looking for quality electrical cables for your wiring? Then San Cablo is your plug. We deal in electricity, electrical cables, PVC pipes, sockets, and switch of all kinds with 99.9% pure copper. San Cablo cables are proudly made in Ghana and carefully built in different shapes and colors to suit the needs of the Ghanaian and our weather conditions. Always remember to use San Cablo quality electrical cables and accessories for your house wiring. For bulk purchase of your electrical cables, PVC pipes, sockets, and switch, call 0530-774-774. San Cablo, we lighten Africa. Now we be the plug. Approved by the Ghana Standards Authority.
And your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits, lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. And to learn more, you can call them on 0800 003 355. You visit fidelitybank.com.gh for more information, or you connect with them on social media at Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
So the wait is over. Air Tanzania is now in Ghana. Fly with us to Dar es Salaam, Zanzibar, Kilimanjaro, China, Guangzhou, India, Mumbai, Dubai, South Africa, and beyond. Locate us at Kotoka International Airport near the post office. Call us on 0246 567 898 and 0542 815 087 for your bookings and reservations. Air Tanzania, the wings of Kilimanjaro.
And indeed, Air Tanzania is the wings of Kilimanjaro, but the Transport Ministry is imposing new levies. The Airport Development Levy.
$100.
Yes, $100 for international travelers, 100 cedis for local travelers, right?
Yeah.
And then $15 for regional, that is West Africa. That's the three levels.
Yes.
We've done some analysis, and it looks like if you're buying a ticket, say, from Accra to London, how much is it?
Yeah, I checked them. I was checking from Waka now recently. I think the cheapest was Air Maroc. It was around 13,000 cedis. So I think it was 12,000 cedis. But then just when the thing was implemented, I got a mail that told me that the price had gone up to 13,000.
So if it's 12,000 cedis, if it's 12,000 cedis, and you're going to pay that levy of $100, which takes you to about 1,200 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
You're actually paying 10% more. 10% more on your tickets because of this levy.
Yeah.
Has anybody done the sensitivity analysis to ascertain how it's going to affect even our what do we call it? The Black Star experience.
Yes.
People who want to come. And we should know that, especially the people in the UK know. They don't get money. The Ghanaians, they hustle.
They see it all the time about the pounds friends.
If we make such decisions, we should really look at it. So I think that it's too expensive.
Yeah,
I think it's this levy. In fact, it should be removed. Let's discuss. Let's re-strategize before we go ahead with it. Number two, how long do we intend to have this levy?
Yes,
a levy which can potentially give us about 10 billion Ghana cedis every year. But how long do we intend to keep this levy? And what's the cost of the new infrastructure we want to put in place? Okay. Once we know the new infrastructure I want to put in place, the costs and how long you intend to have the levy, at least. But a levy has been just put on blankets.
And I remember at the time, what's the name? ECOWAS was deeply against it. They said it went against some of our protocols. And I think one of the things that we haven't said, for instance, the idea is that we're going to get money for the Ghana Airport Company Limited to expand. But the Ghana Airport Company Limited is a private company of sorts. It's not a private company, it's a government-owned entity. But that can borrow on its own books. So why is the government just raising money from private pockets, ordinary people's pockets, and then just giving it to the Ghana Airport Company Limited to build lounges and other things, and then charge it to balance their books? It's all conversation that we have.
If you are listening to us, if you are ready to pay this levy, let us know. If you think it's a smart levy that will enhance our aviation infrastructure, 05511119997. Now, if you have plans for the next month, if it includes a romantic dinner, a relaxing staycation, whatever it is, for shopping, reservations, getaways, get the Visa credit card from Bank of Africa. It offers you convenience, flexible payment, and enhanced security with direct debits should you forget to repay. Choose affordability, choose comfort. Sign up for a Visa credit card with Bank of Africa today. For further information, call BOA on 0302 429 333 or you chat Fafa at boaghana.com for inquiries. T's and C's apply. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
So let's talk water tanks now. Do you know the secret to real water storage? It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That is right. The tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. It is strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So my people, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have a tortoise on it, it is time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that is tough like a tortoise. Call 0244 335 168 to buy now or find one of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
We are going for a quick break. When we return, we'll bring you the birthday messages, sports, and a whole lot more here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
Wow, make we step out small. Bonya Muda said the carnival for town to start now.
Yeah, miss it there, see my fiber, they fire off. Download, record, do streaming, they go on. Gaming, suit no buffering. It's Bonya way, they more fiber.
Oh, wow, so you really no go come and pa.
MTN unlimited fiber. Internet day, yeah, make a promote.
This Easter, put your home on MTN Unlimited Fiber Internet and make the fun day right where you are. Fast speed, pure fiber, truly unlimited. Visit my MTN app or dial *5057# to check fiber availability or to subscribe.
MTN.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcon gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Life is full of dreams and surprises. When the unexpected happens, SIC Insurance stands with you. For over 60 years, we've protected what matters most: your business, your home, your life. Call us toll-free today on 0800 100 055 for your motor, fire, accident, travel, and marine insurance policies. SIC, our promises are sacred.
Introducing Yomi Pina Colada and Peach, our newest addition to the Yomi family. Life is full of choices, so here are more Yomi flavors to spoil you for choice. Go on, choose great taste, choose nourishment, choose the new Yomi Yogurt Pina Colada and Peach. And always remember that the choices we make today shape our tomorrow. Yomi, a nourishing choice. Yomi Yogurt Pina Colada and Peach. More quality products from Amigo Ghana Limited. This advert is FDA approved.
And it's time for your birthday messages on the Super Morning Show, and it's brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, Bank of Africa BOA Pay from Bank of Africa offers a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. Call them or chat Fafa at BOA Ghana for details. Whose birthday is it today?
Well, I have about a couple of them. My friend Sabina, she was my mate in Legon. She's now chilling somewhere in Canada and all the other places. Now she doesn't even look for me. She doesn't even text me. But Sabina, enjoy abroad. Enjoy the cold. We are also here keeping the mother Ghana moving. Also to the mentioned
Sabina,
yes.
Sabute's birthday was yesterday, or 2 days ago.
Sabute.
Our own Sabute here.
Sabute from Joy Business.
Yes.
Now that guy is a powerful guy.
Belated happy birthday to Sabute.
Brilliant. Sabute, and also to you, Nanama, a happy birthday to you. Hopefully you have a great one today. But let me also streak in this messages. Happy birthday to Hajia Sadia Abdullah Abu, the Deputy CEO of the Petroleum Hub Development Corporation. We wish you the very best this morning. And then a happy birthday to Dr. Victor Bampo, the Chief Executive Officer of the NHI, National Health Insurance Authority, formerly Deputy Minister for Health. Then happy birthday to Togbe Topre Hodo, very big chief, the president of the Volta Regionals of Chiefs and the paramount chief of the Amfoega Traditional Council.
Okay.
Also to Christine Na Ashami Abe, and then Madame Oboshisai Coffee. A very, very, very heavy list when it comes to the birthday this morning. And then finally to Olazo Absu 94. He says this morning we have to give him happy Easter Monday morning. Kojo Youngson's classmate from Afsu 94. Olazo, happy
Thank you, Kweku, for giving us the messages. And final one to everyone. Hughes, today's your birthday as well. Happy birthday to you. That brings us to 7:37, and it's time for the Sports Center, which is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, switch to MTN's eSIM and download my MTN app to go SIMless today. Standard Chartered here for good. Yomi Yogurt, a nourishing choice, and DSTV, your home of entertainment. And queuing for your favorite wache, we can accept. If there is one thing that Ghanaians can relate with, it is queuing, right? Queuing for chocho, we can accept it. We adjust, we survive, we move on. Queuing there, it's normal. Queuing for birth certs, passports, everything. Sometimes even queuing for blessings, right? But one thing that we can't accept is queuing to swap your MTN SIM. Swap your SIM yourself in minutes. Visit my MTN app, or you dial *133 hash, *1333 hash to get this done ASAP. No more standing, no more sweating, no more who be the last person. Do it yourself. Simply swap it everywhere you go.
Let's talk about Standard Chartered Bank. And for over 130 years, this bank has been more than that. We've been a partner in progress, from helping establish Ghana's financial system to building businesses and connecting them to the world, from helping generations grow and protecting their wealth to powering innovation and helping communities thrive. Today, we stand on 130 years of heritage to power your ambitions and unlock opportunities. For 130 years of expertise to drive cross-border connections that move businesses forward, support your financial and wealth aspirations, and to sustainably impact communities. As always, we believe we can achieve more by partnering together. Standard Chartered Bank here for good.
For good. Actually,
Kojo, good morning. How are you
doing?
Achu was in Gomuao, seeing pictures and videos of him doing something. I know you would deny, but I'll publish them.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center. My name is Victor Achutamakle. Let's start from the United Kingdom, where over the weekend, this happened to Arsenal in the League Cup.
Good hold-up play by Larin. And Fellows, Southampton have got runners to his left, including Shea Charles! They're back in front!
Southampton shock Arsenal to end Arsenal's hopes of a treble by beating them by 2-1 in the FA Cup quarter-final. We'll tell you what that means for them and who they face in the semis. But before that, let's start from the Ghana Premier League back at home. And over the weekend, Mediama Sporting Club drew again, this time away to Nations FC in that Ghana Premier League affair. On Sunday, Accra Hearts of Oak, they returned to winning ways, securing their first win in 6 league games by beating at home Swedro Young Apostles. That goal came from Frank Abraduku. He scored in that first half to secure Accra Hearts of Oak the win in that game. And then Bechem United also drew 1-0 with Mediama SC. Hearts of Oak's midfielder George Paku spoke after the game about the significance of that result.
From the beginning of the game, we controlled most parts of the game till the 80th minute, where the team were also trying to equalize their goal, and we have to adjust and then to be compact and then to keep the clean and then come out with a win. So I think it was one of our best performances because we created a lot of chances where we could have scored more. But we know the more you are creating the chances, it's easier you can get it.
Yeah, still on that game. Hearts of Oak goalkeeper Solomon Agbesi. He is now in a stable condition after suffering concussion in Sunday's Premier League game. He was concussed shortly after saving an innocuous-looking ball in stoppage time of that game yesterday. He had to be carried away in an ambulance to the clinic at the Accra Sports Stadium after receiving emergency medical care. And minutes later, the club's comms department confirmed to Joy Sports that the player had been resuscitated and was in a stable condition. But the head coach Masudi Dramani also announced that the player will be under close surveillance for the next couple of days before he resumes any strenuous activity, given the nature of the injury that he sustained. In other results, BBN Gold Stars beat Nations FC by 2-1 to move a points clear of Mediama AC at the top of the Ghana Premier League. Hearts of Lions beat Vision FC by 2-0. Holy Stars also beat Karela by 1-0, and Swedro All Blacks beat Dreams FC by 1-0. Later today, Kumasi Asante Kotoko will be at home to Samatex 96. That game is at 4:30 p.m. at the Babayara Sports Stadium. Let's talk about the Black Stars of Ghana, and former captain of the team and former coach Siki Akono has stressed the significance of the team starting their World Cup campaign on a convincing note. He says merely beating Panama in that first group encounter may not be enough, and that the Black Stars will need a result and performance that sends the right signal to the rest of the world.
Our first match, Panama, we have to win that match. We have to take off very, very well. We have to start very, very well. We have to be strong on that. We should give a message to the world in that match. And that match, we should not underrate them. Okay. We are looking at England. Yes, we are looking at Croatia. But Panama is a team that we have to be worried about and start very, very well. Once we do that, the rest we will see.
The way you keep saying very, very well means it's not just a win, but win convincingly.
Yeah, win convincingly. And we can do that. Okay. We can do that. For me, that is all I'm when we start very well, we win convincingly, it's a message to the rest of the teams.
That's Siki Akono, the head coach of Gor Mahia, once upon a time head coach of the Black Stars and also captain the team in his day. Speaking of the Black Stars, one of the names who could be lining up for Ghana at the World Cup is Tofik Seidu. He is an 18-year-old central midfielder who made his debut for Atletico Madrid in La Liga yesterday for them in their 2-1 defeat to FC Barcelona. The midfielder spoke to reporters after the game about the significance of that debut.
As I said before, it's a pity we couldn't gain the 3 points, but we have to keep up. The special things are coming. Because I was born in Ghana, as I said, I came here to spend with 5 years. When I was small, I always dreamed for playing for big teams like Atletico Madrid, and today I'm fulfilling a dream and I'm very happy.
Yeah, that's Tofik Seidu, the central midfielder. But he's been in Spain for the last 9 years, and the expectation is that he is more likely to play for the Spanish national team than for the Black Stars. So I'll preach caution in our expectations of him, but of course he remains an option. Let's move the conversation on to England. And over the weekend, Liverpool suffered a 4-0 loss to Manchester City in the FA Cup quarter-final. And Leeds United also are through. They will play Chelsea at Wembley after reaching the FA Cup semi-finals for the first time in 39 years. Daniel Farke's side beat Premier League relegation rivals West Ham by 4-2 on penalties to progress after a thrilling 2-2 draw on Sunday. And they will take on Chelsea, who also beat Port Vale by 7 goals in that game. Here's Chelsea manager Liam Rosenau on the significance of that win.
It's been a really important week, the international break, in terms of myself and the staff and the club. Obviously, the players went away. When you go through a difficult moment that we did in those 10-day period, you come out of it, and once you analyse it and you come back stronger and you know what you want to fix it. I've got a group of players who still believe, as I do, we can have an outstanding season in terms of winning an FA Cup, in terms of qualifying for a Champions League.
Last year's beaten finalists Manchester City will take on Championship side Southampton in the other semi-final. The Saints, whose only FA Cup triumph was back in '76, stand Premier League leaders Arsenal on Saturday to set up the encounter with 7-time winners Man City. Here's Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta looking back on that result.
Yeah, very disappointed in the manner that we lost the opportunity to get back to Wembley. I think the game had many periods of dominance from our side when we generated chances, situations. We didn't capitalize on that enough. And then, when you defend in and around the box and the direct play in the manner that we did it today, you're going to put yourself in a really difficult position. And they did capitalize on that, and that's the reason why we're out.
Were you frustrated with some of the work rates as well, you think, at times?
No, not the work. I never consider that as a problem with this team at all.
So Leeds will face Chelsea while Manchester City take on Arsenal killers Southampton. We end with some boxing news, and Derek Chisora suffered a points defeat by Deontay Wilder in a world heavyweight contest at London's O2 Arena in what is expected to be his final professional bout. Chisora is 42 and was dropped in the 8th round and sent through the ropes in that contest. He looked close to being stopped several times as Wilder pushed for the finish, but the veteran somehow fought his way back. American Wilder was awarded a split decision with scores of 115-111 and 115-113, while one judge scored it 115-112 to Chisora. At the end of the bout, Wilder said he needed to be economical in the punishment he dished out because boxers have got to look out for each other.
I was telling him in the ring, as I started seeing his eyes swell and his temple started to buck a little bit, and I said, bro, you got to live for your kids. I don't want to hurt you too much longer. So I started having fun in there because I saw my brother starting getting hurt. I started winking his eyes a little bit. And that's what boxing all about. Too many lives have been lost in this ring, this very ring. And then when it's over for us, nobody give a damn about us. No matter what they say, nobody give a about us. So us fighters have to look after each other. And tonight, I looked after Derek tonight. I didn't want to go too hard up on him because, like I said, I saw his temple, the veins started coming out of his head. And I want him to live for his kids. It's time for us to take care of each other. I have 7 of my own. And babies, I'm coming home to y'all. I love my children. They're my best friend. Naia, Ava, Darian, DJ, Olivia, Kaori, and Grace. Daddy coming home, baby. I can't wait to see you guys. Those are my best friends.
Yes, and Kojo, you needed to hear that. The soft spot of a hard man about the people he see because of whom he does what he does. He takes all of those punches because of the kids.
Aju, thank you for bringing us sports for the morning. Iran, the World Cup, are they still going?
Oh, they will go.
Oh, they are hanging in there.
Oh, they will go.
Trump anymore.
You know the crazy thing that could happen. Both US and Iran progressing to the next round and facing each other. There is a possibility of that happening, and I would love to see that.
Aju, thank you for bringing us sports. This brings us to food for thought. And everyone's favorite Uncle Ibo is here. Food for Thought is brought to you by River One Productions. The
difference.
Over.
Kojo.
Over. Morning.
Oh, good morning. It's always a good morning to see you.
Yes, Afisha Panso.
The proper thing is to say he's risen.
He's risen.
Yeah. And then
how do you
the
respond?
response is he is risen indeed.
Okay. He's risen indeed.
Indeed. Yes, he's risen indeed.
So, Over, the lady who has now quit her job, how will the pastor be paid?
I don't.
Hey!
Okay.
Abuna the Assemble. How will the pastor be paid? How will we pay electricity bills for the church? With fuel prices increasing, the pastor's Land Cruiser, and how do we fuel it?
No, the pastor wasn't thinking of, he was thinking of his pocket too. I mean, assuring they say he knows the one way or the other.
Yeah.
That one means more to him.
Look, if you've not seen I Do, I Don't, today is the last day for this run. And National Theatre, you just need to be there. If you want to end your Easter break on a high and also pick some very, very important life lessons whilst healing yourself with laughter, National Theatre this evening. Let's meet there. Over.
Yes, and 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. So if you haven't watched it, or even if you've watched it and you want a second bite, that is fine. Kojo, today happens to be the second wedding anniversary of a guy who used to be part of the team, of the Supermorning team, Isaac Owusu Asari, but otherwise known as Papayao. 2 years ago, Papayao, 2 years ago today, Papayao took a wife, and so Papayao, to you and your lovely wife, congratulations. 2 years is quite the beginning. Even Kojo has done more than 2 years. So, you guys, we are waiting to celebrate you at 40. Join us at the 40 club.
I'm almost 10. I'm almost into my 10th year.
Has it not come very quickly?
It's actually come very, very fast. I remember it like yesterday. We drove to Sunyang, the boys, the girls, family. I remember it like yesterday. And then first born comes, second one comes, third born comes. They say, my papa.
Oh, why papa? Before you know it, why nana?
Yeah. So congrats to Papa and his wife, Mrs. Asari.
Yes. Now, Kojo, I'm trying something this morning. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
And let me know whether you can get what I'm trying to do. So here we go. Old boy, are you awake? Yeah, me too. I could not sleep a wink. It's almost daybreak, which means that this is the third day now. Anytime I close my eyes, I see the images of the master being arrested in a garden and tried and crucified. Oh God. I still cannot get the picture of him on the cross off my mind. They really beat him, eh? He was a total mess when they were done with him. Did you see his face? And his whole body, his skin was in shreds. The nails in his hands and his feet. And all he did was to heal the sick, raise the dead, feed the hungry, and preach the good news that the kingdom of God was at hand. Oh, life. Oh boy, what are we going to do now? The leaders are not saying anything to us. So. Isn't this the time for Peter, James, and John to show leadership? I'm sure they are more devastated by all this than any of us, but still, they should be able to bury their own fears and pain and help us overcome ours. That's what leaders are supposed to do. Now, oh boy, listen. I think we should go back to Emmaus and see how we are going to pick up the pieces of our lives. What do you think? Yeah, we cannot be here forever, you know. Right now, what are we waiting for? It's been 3 days already. What are we waiting for? Tell you what, let me go and inform Peter that we are leaving. I'll be back, but get ready. As soon as I come back, we leave. Okay? Peter. Oh, Peter. I hope I'm not disturbing you. Well, it's almost daybreak. Oh, hi, John. Well, Peter, as you know, my friend and I come from Emmaus, just 7 miles away. We want to go home and check on our families and return. It will take us a full day in and a full day back. Hey, what was that noise? Did you hear it? Are the people coming to attack us? The women. Mary and Co. They went to the tomb this dawn? To do what? Oh, with the spices. Well, that was very brave of them, wasn't it? I can see them. They are coming. John, could you get a thing they said? Why are they so excited and shaking at the same time? No, I got that part where they said they went to the tomb with the spices. They did not see the body in the tomb. What, did they go to the right tomb? John, what did Mary say? Angels. They saw angels. Who said Jesus was alive? Hey, John. Hey, Peter, guys, where are you going? They are gone. All right. You'll not believe what just happened. Did you know that some of the women went to the tomb? You know, they spent the whole of Saturday preparing spices for Jesus. Well, they took the spices to the tomb this dawn, and they found the tomb open, but the body was gone. And they also said they saw angels. Yes, at the tomb. They said they saw angels informing them that the master is still alive. You old boy, you believe that? But Peter and John, on hearing the report of the women, just took off for the tomb. Old boy, I will not be surprised if the women went to the wrong tomb and assumed it was the one the master was buried in. I would not be surprised at all that they thought they saw angels. It could even have been the guys taking care of the place. But of course, it is not possible that he is risen from the dead. They are just projecting their desire for Jesus to come back to life from the dead into visions. This is classic delusion born out of deep pain. Well, listen, old boy, we need to get out of here before Peter and John return. They will make matters worse. I can assure you. They will have to back what the women are saying. So, let's go. I don't want to build my life on delusions. Wow, it feels so good to be outside, doesn't it? Oh my God. But do you know what is happening to me right now? Walking on this road just reminded me of all the travels we did with the master. Oh, I remember the crowds, the excitement of knowing that anything could happen at any time. A blind man shouting, "Son of David, have mercy on me." And the master stopping to ask, "What do you want?" And the man saying, "Rabbi, I want to see." And the master says, "According to your faith, let it be done to you." And boom, the man could see. The cripple, the demon possessed. Oh, the demon possessed. They were always my favorite because they came with a lot of drama.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you know I love the teachings of the master. I never wanted him to stop teaching. I could listen to him all day because you see, just hearing him teach did something to my inside. And now, gone. And here we are with our broken hopes and aspirations. The man we had hoped was going to bring redemption to Israel, killed just like that. And at the instigation of our own leaders, the high priests and co. Our leaders don't have the interests of the nation at heart. God should punish all of them. Oh, hi, stranger. We did not hear you coming. Where did you come from? Yes, we are coming from Jerusalem. What are we talking about, you ask? What do you think everyone is talking about today? Of course, about the thing that happened there on Friday, in Jerusalem on Friday. Oh, it was terrible. Wait, are you the only stranger in Jerusalem? Only a stranger in Jerusalem would ask, what things? Did you not hear of Jesus and how he was handed over to the Romans and was crucified? Yes, that happened 3 days ago. And now some of our women are confusing us, saying angels have told them that Jesus was alive. It's all too much for me and my friend, old boy here. Wait. You mean the Messiah had to suffer these things? Okay. I understand, but how come Jesus has not risen from the dead yet? You said the Messiah would rise from the dead, didn't you? So why hasn't he? Or he was not the Messiah? Hey, wait, friend, this is Emmaus. This is our destination. No, we cannot allow you to continue at this time. The sun will set soon, and the road from here is not safe in the night. So come in with us. This is our home. Yes, our family will fix us something, and then we'll give you a place to sleep, and then you can continue with your journey tomorrow morning, okay? Oh, no. We insist. Come in. Hey, we are here. Oh, and we came with a friend. Jenya, we told you, our people will be more than happy to host you for the night. Now, let's eat. Hey, did you see what I just saw? Did you see how the stranger picked the bread and broke it? He did it just like Jesus did the last time we were with him. Wait, is this not Jesus? Hey, where is he? Where did he pass? One moment he was here, and poof, he just vanished. Oh boy, that was Jesus. That was the master. Oh, I should have known. The feeling in my heart as he spoke about the suffering and victory of the Messiah were the same feeling whenever I heard Jesus preach. And did you see the marks in his hands? Wait, that was the marks of the nails on the cross. Oh boy, I am going back to Jerusalem. We've got to go back. The others must know what we just experienced. They must know that Jesus has risen from the dead. They must know that Jesus is alive and he's not dead. Hey, old boy, wait for me. Wait for me. And Kojo, that's my presentation for this morning.
Over this presentation, there are 2 million lessons from this presentation. One, on the side of the woman, I see consistent service.
Yes.
Even though the Messiah had died,
yes,
they were continuing the service to him, even in death. So they were taking spices to his tomb. The same way they served him when he was alive.
Yes.
A boy and his brother, they have trust issues. Their faith was not that strong. And they ended up missing an opportunity to get an autograph from the risen Jesus. So
that's what I did.
They lost a great opportunity. They were unprepared because they were not grounded in faith and trust for the words of the Messiah, because he said, I'll go in 3 days, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Now,
I'll be back.
Peter and the leaders, they were not proactive. And they were also a bit disappointing, because they were the closest to Jesus. And they have seen the miracles and all that he had told them. And even some of the signs Jesus told them that the cock will not crow 3 times, you would. So there was enough evidence for them to believe the Messiah and his word. And so they should have prepared the disciples after Jesus was crucified to be ready for his resurrection. In sad time where they should have prepared their TikTok posts, their artworks, everything, splashing it around the world that the Messiah is rising. So let's be prepared for that. So these are at least the 3 things I pick for now that I can put out. I can infer from what you shared with us this morning.
But Kojo, that is what should make us all humble.
Yeah.
That if the people who experienced it that close could miss it, we should all watch it, because it is very easy to disbelieve, very easy to give up, and that's what they did. They had given up. They didn't think it was possible. And I always say that we should all learn to let God be God. We should all learn to let God be God. And when he says something, we should be able to live by it, because we know he's a faithful one.
Yeah.
What he has promised, he will do.
What he has promised, he will do indeed. And this morning, promise yourself to be at the National Theatre at 4 p.m. or 8 p.m. and do. Because you have the chance to see I Do, I Don't for the last time this Easter season. And it's a story you don't want to miss. Those who have been there, those of us who have seen I Do, I Don't, we know the experience we've had, and you don't want to miss out on that. So it's happening at the National Theatre this evening. 4 p.m. is the first show, and the second show is at 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yes. And you can get your tickets. Go to the short code *365 *535 hash. You can come to the Joy FM front desk. Sales shops at Airport, Sema Community 11, and Dansuman and the Bachuna Total Shop. And the tickets are still going for 300 cedis per show for individuals.
And for doubles, 250, 500 for doubles.
Yeah, so they save 100 Ghana cedis. They can use to pay their airport levy. And holders of the Riverman loyalty cards is 225 Ghana cedis. You can call or WhatsApp 05. You can WhatsApp 0505546030 and call 0505546010 for more information. Sponsors: Koba, Wakana, Stanbic Bank, Communication Partners, M Notify, and Logistics Movers. Riverman Productions, be the difference. Uncle Ibo White, we should let God be God, and we should believe. And we should be humbled by our experiences and his benevolence. Have a great day, Uncle Ibo. We'll see you this evening at the National Theatre. This is the Super Morning Show. It's 8:08. Today is a holiday, so we are not getting the Business Minutes. But Business Minutes is always brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts. And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets. The sizes range from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at very, very competitive prices. And for every generator you buy, you enjoy 5-year warranty. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. Their services include, but not limited to, they have 24-hour emergency services for you. They have spare parts for you. They have reliable rental services, professional advice, and if you want to buy tower lights or rent them, you talk to Anointed Engineering Service on 024 348 0334 and 024 642 3534. You can find their head office at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. They also have 21 branches nationwide, so make it Anointed all the time for everything generators. Anointed, they are the generator experts. You're still live on the Super Morning Show. Kwagu.
Papa, I was listening to Food for Thought, and as always, there's a lot of food in there for you to think about. So
yes,
it's always really brilliant when you listen to Uncle Ebo White lay out the kind of wisdom that he lays out all the time. It's incredible, and I think we are blessed to have him share those words with us twice a week.
Yes,
so Uncle Ebo White, you're a big man, and have a great morning.
And your messages are welcome. 055 1111 997 055 1111 997. You know, Kuku, Prof. Peter Kuti sent a message earlier, and I've received 2 other messages on this import cover, production cover matter. And Asemneya Butu. Before I read the messages, let me say a happy birthday to Nipsom Sopime from your dad Guido Sopime, your mom Emma, and your siblings Nomu and Malu. You are 17 years old today, and we say a happy birthday to you from your dad and mom and your siblings. Now this message says the airport levy is not correct, it's not right. Cost of air transport is already expensive, and now they are introducing more levies. Who does that? They shouldn't forget that some of the people who fly out are ordinary Ghanaians. Yes, ordinary Ghanaians. Sometimes people, especially those going abroad to study, have to rely on contributions from family just to buy tickets.
Yes.
Car park fees at the airport are too expensive.
Yes.
What are they doing with all the money?
All the money.
Ghana Airport Company, as you said, should be able to borrow on their own books and sort things out.
Exactly. It's what I was talking about. And can you imagine this morning? People are sharing
messaging.
Amazing.
This
morning there are pictures from the Airport Company Limited showing that the Accra International Airport.
Yes.
It's not the light is off. I mean, so if you see international,
we'll fix it.
Yeah, but these things should not even go off for 2 minutes.
You will fix
there
it.
must be some. So for it to go off for so long for people to record it,
which is affecting that electricity.
Oh, God damn it. We need to check up on some of these things. This one from Nana.
Let me finish.
No, that guy he has made a lot of.
No, let me finish.
Finish it.
And he concludes by saying, "We claim to want to be an aviation hub.
Yeah.
But trust me, no one will consider Ghana when traveling abroad when it will have a toll on their pockets.
Yeah.
We need to withdraw the levy."
It's exactly what ECOWAS was warning about, that if you don't check that, it will cause you problems.
Okay.
Nana from Sprintex says, good morning, guys. Appears there's no maintenance program at the AI, Accra International Airport.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Please, have you seen the roof of the arrival area of Terminal 3? Let someone video it for you now.
What has the roof done?
Also, I tripped on the tiles at the custom area the other day. There has to be a public discussion on who pays for what. Nana, Sprintex Road.
The tripping was it not because of jet lag?
All the messages coming in this morning. So clearly, people have issues with this amount of money that they are asking us to pay, and whether or not it will go into real development of the airport. This one says, good morning, please, I'm Selassie. There's a tragic incident at hand at the aviation side at Ashalibuchi. Since yesterday, a teenager entered a pond dug by a Chinese construction firm, and up to now he cannot be found. We really need your assistance. Okay, well, that's serious.
Selassie, please go to the Adenta Fire Service, the one at the Adenta Market, and report this. The gentlemen at the fire service, even though they don't have the right equipment, trust me, they will go investigate and deliver the results you are looking for. So Selassie, if you can hear me, go to the Adenta Fire Service and talk to them, and they'll go to the pond, drain the water, and if there's a body in there, they'll recover the body. Okay, so please do that for me. And this morning we are talking about a lot of issues here on the show. The president says that we are going to have an emergency cabinet meeting over the fuel price surge.
We understand it's going to be Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday. So the president is traveling now. He'll be back just around that time.
Okay.
Then he can come and chair the cabinet meeting to get us some help. But that's what I was talking about. You see, there's a crisis on our hand right now. If something is an emergency and the president is announcing it on Saturday, It cannot be the meeting cannot be held on Thursday, and it's called an emergency cabinet meeting.
But it's not a regular. Is it a scheduled regular cabinet meeting?
Yes, but because if you schedule some meeting 3 months from now, which is not a regular schedule, you can call it. You can call it an emergency cabinet meeting, because you see, and we're having this conversation in Newsroom the last time. There is a crisis on your hand. We know prices, again, very elastic in this country. When prices go up, they barely come down.
Yes.
They hardly come down. So if you allow GPRT go up, even if you bring any reprieve, the prices will not go down, because they'll tell you about your kind spare parts is still up there, something is up, something is there. You must meet immediately because you see, Kojo, I'm coming now. There are countries that are way well to do than us. They're already putting in place measures. It appears we seem we are okay, and then it becomes a crisis. Now people are chasing you. They're asking you for cola. Their workers will be asking you for cost of living allowance. People will be asking you for a lot of reprieves and other things. Then you are chasing the problem instead of actually having gone ahead of it. Now you are chasing it. Everybody's telling you there's a cost of living crisis, and then a little bit of your goodwill that is left, much of it gone anyway. You'll be drumming it away. Then you'll be chasing it. By the time you know, this becomes a whole issue for you, because the economy there in the US, they'll tell you, it's the economy that is what determines the election every time. And in this country, it is the same. So because nobody, I'm telling you, people understand right now that it is the war in Iran that is leading to some increase in but when the cost of living becomes so much, nobody cares what is happening. What they care about is what you are doing to fix it. So if you are calling for an emergency cabinet meeting, you call something an emergency cabinet meeting, and the president is going to France to do bilateral talks to come and host an emergency meeting on Thursday.
Who knows?
We cannot wait.
The conversation in France also has to do with fuel stocks and everything.
Macron is struggling. That guy is struggling there. He's literally begging Trump to end the war.
The president was in Kou on Saturday for Kou Business Forum. That's where he spoke. And then he went to Bupe for the Gonja Youth 50th anniversary.
Have you seen that picture from Bupe?
Yes.
Where some woman who had gone to hold the president's feet and something was in the air like that.
Yes. And he went to Bupe. And from Bupe, he's going to France. As soon as he lands, cabinet meeting. I think you should just give the president some room to.
I think if something
and maybe they are now doing the calculations and seeing where they take what from what. And
I think if something is an emergency, it can be held on even a Sunday. The president was in Bupe. I mean, the Bupe could wait. The president could dispatch any minister. George Napo was there.
The energy minister is not in the ICU yet. Your man will be big akra. So that we have the emergency.
If you decided to go 20 Ghana cedis, we'll be going back to 2022 levels when diesel hit 23 Ghana cedis. And then that would be because GPRT will hike the fares.
So you think that the sense of emergency should have seen an immediate cabinet
meeting
between the Saturday and now? Cabinet should have met
some
and discussed the issues.
The president, the last time he spoke to CSOs, said he was monitoring the situation for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think the 2 weeks. I think the president is still working within that 2 weeks window. Because by Thursday, when the cabinet meeting would have been held, it would have just been around 2 weeks since the CSO meeting was held.
He said 2 weeks. So if by Thursday, the 2 weeks elapses,
that'll be closer to the next pricing window of fuel. And prices would already be going up.
That meeting will then affect the next pricing window.
And let's assume you want to take off the petrol. You want to suspend the petroleum, the 1 cedi fuel levy. There are those who strongly suggest that if you want to do that, you have to go to parliament. You can't do it in Mwakwanta way and simply say I've suspended the levy. So if you want to go to parliament, you need time to gather signatures or to get backbone to call for an emergency meeting.
You have a super majority.
Yes, but if that will also take you 2 days or 3 days, you do the cabinet meeting on Thursday, or you start working on the thing on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Before you come to parliament, you go and do this, you go and do that. The next you know, you are getting to uncharted territories.
Okay.
So all I'm saying is the president means well.
Yes.
But we must see emergency must be emergency. If emergency that is that take 2 weeks there, it's not emergency.
But can't the vice president chair an emergency?
The vice president can do that. If the president travels today, the acting president is Professor Nana Jeno Poku Ajiman.
Yes.
She can check cabinet meeting.
And the finance minister is not
there.
Let's assume if the finance minister is not there,
John Jinapo is there. John Jinapo is there.
And John Jinapo is the alternate finance minister too. So energy alternate. So we have the men.
We have the men.
And we have the women.
So please.
But we don't have time.
We don't have time at all. Because I look when I'm driving past the fuel pump and I see the price and I see where it's going, the trajectory. we are in uncharted.
Big stories on the Super Morning Show, brought to you by Telecel, connecting energies. Republic Bank, we are the one for you. Join the Republic Verse, do more, shine more. Big up. Hollard Insurance, we've got you covered. And Cowbell Coffee, with you every moment. Last week we spoke to Bembuachi on the fuel pricing, and we sought to understand which of the many levies we could take out from the fuel price. Let's listen to Ben's submissions here on the show.
But immediately what I think should be done is to look at the prices, the margins and levies on petroleum products and do the optimization that we've been pushing for so long. If you look at some of the margins on petroleum products, there's no science determining how much the consumer is paying for. For example, if you look at how much it costs to transport product from Tema, which is where all our imports terminate, to how much it costs to bring the product from Europe and everywhere, it actually costs us more to move products in country than to bring it from Rotterdam by ship and insurance combined. So it tells you that it is not optimal structure and that we need to actually look at how we explain away the numbers and be more scientific for people to appreciate it, right? That is a way to optimize that space and reduce the inefficiencies in that space. There are some adjustments that we've seen recently on PDM, that is the transportation from one bulk point to the other. I don't know what really informed it when the currency has strengthened, and we've still found ways to adjust that. We've done the same for fuel marking margin, moving it from 4 pesos to 5 pesos. I don't know how we do that. In fact, that intervention is extremely unnecessary, and we've been saying it for so long. You are marking a product to be able to identify at the pump, and yet that marker is available on the illicit market. They're able to over-concentrate it at the depot. So tracking, how efficient the mark is difficult. All right. So why are you charging the consumer for that?
So we should take away the fuel marking margin.
It has to go. We have to look at the UPPF and aggressively tweak it to be optimal to cater for transportation if we have to do it. There's also a bigger conversation about why uniform pricing is a necessary mechanic at this point. All right. Even places where we expected that prices will be higher in the north and in the hinterland, you go there and the prices are even cheaper. In Accra, somebody buys gallons of products into their tank and they stay in traffic and burning out. Why should that person be subsidizing somebody in my village, for example, who can use a liter to run the whole day and not face any traffic? So we have to be scientific in the way we're imposing margins and levies and relieve the consumer, particularly those who are bearing the brunt of these kinds of hikes.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best on Joy 99.7 FM.
Plenty drivers without labor. If you must go, nobody cares. If you marry taxi driver, I don't care. If you marry lorry driver, I don't.
Kweku says that
If you marry railway,
if we don't take action immediately and we take action later, the church drivers, they don't care. They will just keep the prices there. And let me attempt to remix this song. And PA people, what you are doing, plenty levies is okay. And Ben Boachi said that, look, there are a lot of the levies that we can take out from the price build-up for petroleum products. What do you think? The president says emergency meeting. We have 6 weeks of stock. We have 6 months of import cover, and that it's an issue of concern. So they are going to have an emergency meeting. He said this on Saturday. Emergency meeting, as we understand, will be held on Thursday. What do you expect Cabinet to do when they meet on Thursday? And do you think the emergency meeting should have been had already, like Kweku is saying? 055 11 11 997. We'll also be talking about the bus issues and the airport levies as well. All coming up here on the Super Morning Show. Big stories brought to you by Telecel. Your money deserves the safest home. With Telecel Cash, you are protected every step of the way. No risks, no worries, no long stories, just peace of mind. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app now for safe, secure transactions. Telecel Cash, the safer choice.
So, are you looking for motor insurance that goes the extra mile? Holad Insurance has something special for you this 2026, and you don't want to miss out. Insure your car with Holad and enjoy extra rewards. New customers get to drive away with free fuel vouchers when they sign up. Existing customers get exclusive gifts when they renew, plus 247 free roadside assistance for everyone, so you are never stuck on the road. That's the value you can trust. Please call 0800 444 999. That is 0800 444 999. Visit any Holad office or speak to your broker today. Men slacky. Holad Insurance, we've got you covered.
And what if your bank helped you big up? Welcome to the Republic Verse, where your money, your business, and your dreams level up. You can own your dream home with Republic Bank mortgages, grow faster with SME and corporate banking solutions, run your daily finances smoothly with retail and commercial banking products, build wealth with investments and trust management, and pay anywhere, anytime with Republic Visa credit or debit cards. Whether you are starting out, scaling up, or stepping into what's next, Republic Verse gives you the power to do more and shine brighter. Call Republic Bank toll free on 0800 414 414. That's 0800 414 414. Or WhatsApp 0546 414 414 right now and step into the Republic Verse. This is the Republic Verse. Do more, shine more, big up. Republic Bank, we are the one for you.
Cowbell Coffee. You know that moment when the alarm rings and life is already asking questions. Campus, office, hustle, dreams waiting to be chased. Those are the moments when you need something that helps you show up and keep going. That's why Cowbell Coffee stays with me every single moment. Whether you are grinding for that exam, pushing deadlines at work, or cooking up the next big idea, Cowbell Coffee gives you that creamy taste and rich coffee aroma to kickstart your day right. And you can enjoy it anytime, because success doesn't happen overnight. It is the little moments, the early mornings, and the late nights. And through it all, Cowbell Coffee day with you. Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. This advert is FDA approved.
Coffee in your cup, enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Like most countries, Ghana we have taxis, but the cheapest means of transport is a trotro. There are some very good ones and some death traps too. The most important thing is they all get the job done. Trotro palava, trotro palava.
And if Trotro gives you palava, we have 100 new buses that have landed on the shores of Ghana. 200 more to come by the end of the year. These buses are 29-seater buses. The Ministry of Transport has bought. We bought the buses from Egypt.
Why are we buying buses from Egypt? I mean, we had Neoplan. We had
you say we had Neoplan. We don't have Neoplan anymore.
Yeah, so fix it. Why are we bringing this Kufuor buses from Egypt?
Neoplan. We had Neoplan.
300 buses.
Yes.
And look at the money you are sending into the Egyptian economy.
Yes.
We could build this. In the 60s, 70s, 80s, we're building buses here. We could build it here.
Yes.
So why are we taking it to Egypt?
Yes.
Hey, oh my Ghana.
If you look at how many buses we've bought over the years for Metro Mass, this is my estimation based on news reports. We bought over 2,000 buses for them. In 2002-2010, that was when Kufuor was president, right?
Yeah.
We bought 950 plus buses at a cost of over $90 million. 450 of them were assembled by Neoplan. Local assembly, big time. It created jobs and capacity. 2015 to 2016, we bought 363 buses. It cost us $74 million. It included the Ayalolo buses. Mahama was president.
Yes.
Mahama the president. The buses we brought in and grounded for years.
Yes, which were allowed to rot
Yes,
away.
which were supposed to be BRT buses, later downgraded to QBS, quality bus system. I'm giving you the chronicles, so because you asked that question. 2017 to 2019, under Kufuor, we got 100 buses. 2002 to 2022 to 2023, another 100 buses. The first 2017 to 2019 buses, we bought Chinese Daewoo buses. And then 2022 to 2023, we bought Belgian VDL buses. Those were the most expensive of the batches we bought. Each bus cost us approximately $278,000. And 2025, 2026, Mahama, the president, is buying 300 buses. I personally estimate them to be around $45 million because we've not seen the contract.
Yeah.
And so it's costing us about $150,000 a bus. And this is from Egypt. They are Isuzu buses. Okay. And Charlie, the first set of buses, we bought buses from China, Netherlands, and Belgium. Neoplan Ghana assembled buses. Egypt, Brazil, India. Now, before Neoplan died, under Akufo-Addo's government, they had begged the Republic of Ghana, which owns about 50% stake in the business, that if we are buying buses, they beg we should let them buy buses, let them build the buses.
Yeah.
They bring the knockdown buses, they assemble, so they keep jobs. We didn't listen. We kept buying buses from outside.
The
We
procurement
bought
economy.
buses for senior high schools, hospitals, universities. In fact, one of the biggest procurement things Ken Ofori-Atta announced when he became finance minister, I think within his first budget, was that the government was going to buy 800 buses. We bought buses from outside and collapsed Neoplan. A new government has come and they want to reset. They are buying buses from outside under a 24-hour economy for resuscitation of Ghana's economy. To build
imagine Neoplan doing these buses 24-hour economy. They are just round the clock. They are building it. These are jobs that are going to be created. The economy, the money is going to stay in this country.
And we have private sector businesses assembling and building TVs and fridges and other things here. But the government of Ghana is not deeming it fit, appropriate, and wise to resuscitate the Neoplan Ghana Limited, which we co-own, to build our buses. On this note, we'll go for a break. When we come back, we'll read your messages and bring you a lot more on the Super Morning Show.
There are many reasons to connect, and it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter, Angela.
Meba Kojo, I mean sure why? Tea cash naba. No papa ina dawase.
Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop,
hello sir, Telecel Cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly. My dear ones, we keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Live on cash, enjoy convenience, and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house,
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic Verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Big days and the seemingly ordinary creamy cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me.
Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat? I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
In partnership with Joy FM and the National Theatre, Roverman Productions presents an unkillable white classic, I Do, I Don't.
Hey, Abna, today you will show me who is not a lady. Or I will slap you.
Abna, let her slap you.
Please put the gun away.
Listen, the day any of you lays a finger on my daughter, that day will be your last on this earth. If you are now learning to smoke weed, I am trying to quit the habit.
Shows on March 27th, 28th, and 29th, and April 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th at the National Theatre. Fridays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., Sundays at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m., and on Easter Monday at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Rates: 300 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis for couples, and 225 Ghana cedis for holders of the loyalty card. Tickets are available via the Rover app. Call by short code *365*535 and at Joy FM, Airport Shell, Community 11 Shell, Dan Soman Shell, Batch on our total. Call 050-554-6010. Partners: Corba, Stanbic Bank, Waka Now, and M Notify. Roverman Production. Be the difference.
Do you want to remain productive and competitive in your business? Then I am happy to remind you that Anointed Engineering Services Limited is still here to serve. We provide homes, offices, and institutions with ultra-silent, reliable, and fuel-efficient diesel generating sets. With sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at unbeatable prices, you also enjoy a 5-year warranty. Anointed Engineering is noted for unwavering 24-hour after-sale emergency service, rental and sale of tile lights and genuine spare parts, undertake repair and maintenance of all diesel generators, and buy back used generators. Sign up today at our training school and gain hands-on experience from our team of professionals on generators, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, controls, and solar installations. Anointed Engineering has 21 branches nationwide. Locate us at East Legon, 26 Boundary Road, close to the AH Hotel. Call us on 024-642-3534 or 024-348-0334. Locate our head office in Accra at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Make the right choice for your home. Experience the art of living with smart value deals at Orca. From new arrivals in sofas and dining sets to kitchen accessories and wall art, we offer lasting quality with free delivery, assembly, and expert help. Visit us today on Spintex Road or Asukwa Kumasi. Secure the best value. Think home. Think Orca.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. Joy 99.7 FM.
Keep the frequency clear.
99.7.
Abrochira kwantue minuanume yenkonoko Abrochira kwantue nananum yekane dionim Emu awrekuwe emu awaresem emu nsɔhwe ya emu odwumaye siwenti tima ode besanabo siwenti tima ode besanabo brabo, minianume, abrocha brabo, abrocha brabo, abrocha brabo, amiyede.
Ejako Nimo with Abrocha Brabo.
Abrocha brabo, minian.
Abrocha Brabo, Yankoni Kwao. Yankoni Dionim. That's a went in Timor. It's 8:38. You know why I'm playing this song? Looks like all the conversations we are having have something to do with Abrochi. One fuel price is Abrochi. Iran Abrochi. We might say Iran and Abrochi. I can't afford the Abrochi near you. America, Germany, London. And then I say, yeah, Dubai account. But Iran Abrochi Memu. How many America Abrochi Mai? And Israel Abrochi Mai. So it's resulted in fuel prices increasing. And we are talking about moving people in the city, buses for public transport. And if you go to Abrochi, they have established better means of moving people with trains, trams, buses, and when it comes to multimodal infrastructure, expressways, this, that, ferries and all that. In fact, in Ghana, the 5 or 6 ferries that we have in the Volta Basin, we're unable to manage the ferries to the point where ferries that have 2 engines, only one engines are working. And the president actually spoke about it when he went to Afram Plains the last time. And he said the people said they were in the ferry, and out of the 2 engines, 1 engine is working, and 1 engine went free. So we are talking about public transport, moving the masses. Ferries are doing free. Churches are stressing us. We bought 100 buses, 100 of 300 buses. Now, if you are going to Kumasi and if you are traveling around the country, basically, the small respite we have in flying, it's never cheap. It always seems to increase.
Yeah. You compare flying within Europe. Sometimes cities, like let's say you are flying from Berlin to Barcelona, it costs cheaper than you fly from Accra to Kumasi.
That saying it's not cheap. And we have a company incorporated, owned by the states, to run Ghana Airports. Ghana Airports Company Limited. Charlie, they want to build some fantastic infrastructure. Charlie, when I saw it on Felix Kwachofosu's Facebook page, I showed it to my mom and said, Ma, Abrocha Bagana. We want to build better infrastructure, but there's a catch. Wow. It means that the average person traveling from outside Africa into the average Ghanaian, I'm using the average Ghanaian advisedly because most of us are in Europe, right? And so Europe to Ghana there, from $600 to whatever, depending on the class you are flying and the airline. So let's just say somebody pays $800 to buy a ticket to come home. The person has to pay $100 levy.
Yeah.
Okay? $100 of a levy puts on the person's transport fare. I won't say air ticket. It is basically your transport fare. So just imagine you wake up in the morning and Ministry of Transport says that they want to build better lorry parks. And so the 20 cedis you pay from Adenta, 30 cedis from Adenta to town, they are adding an extra 3 cedis to it to pay for the infrastructure. But they've not told you the infrastructure they are building.
Yeah.
They've not told you the cost. They've not told you how long it's going to take to build the infrastructure. But they've announced that you have to pay more. So 100 divided by 800 times another 100. 12.5% increase in somebody's transport fare to come home from Europe to Ghana because we want to build infrastructure. And I think that the Ministry of Transport, the president must compel, or if it's the job of the chief of staff, compel the Ministry of Transport to give us a breakdown as to how they arrived at the decision of billing us $100. And Kweku, earlier I told you I'll give you some breakdowns, right? And I used Ghana Airport Company's own data and I synthesized the data to get to this particular point. If you look at Ghana Airport Company's data, our international passengers hit an all-time high of 2.54 million in 2025.
Yeah.
That was a 20.5% increase above pre-COVID demand. Domestic traffic recovered fully by 2021 after COVID, right? And it's now at 903,000 people in 2025 versus 690,000 in 2019. International aircraft movements are around 27,000 a year, and it is consistent with the capacity constraints at Terminal 3. So obviously we need to expand if we are getting more aircraft, right? Now, freight has not recovered since it hit its peak of 59,000 in 2007. Freight last year was 44,000 tons. 2007 was the peak, 59,000 tons. Domestic aviation, like I told you, we did about 903,000 people. Okay, 20,000 total movements is low for a country of 34 million. So if we want to encourage more people to fly, we need to have incentives so that when we are going to Kumasi, we just walk to the airport and we fly. Because there are planes available. You drop some 1,000 cities and you're gone. You understand? So for a country of 34 million people, if you look at the numbers, it is not really great, right? Now, this government says that they are going to charge $100 for international travelers, 100 cedis for domestic, and $15 for regional. Now, if you look at the numbers, if we break it down based on, so I looked at the Ghana Airports Company's numbers from I think 2007 all the way to 2025, and then I did some averages, and then I did some projections. Okay, so right now I am projecting domestic to grow gradually, right? And I'm also expecting the international flights to also grow. Now, if we look at the 2.3 million international flights that came in times $100, you're saying?
Is it?
2.3 million times $100.
2.3 million times $100. That is $230 million.
Yes, $230 million. If we are sticking to last year's
the figures from last year.
Yes, and then if you look at the domestic of 900,000.
Yes, that takes us to 9 million cities.
90 million
cities. Yeah.
But I am projecting that the numbers will increase. And if the numbers increased, we should be getting even double what we are looking at. So I think that between 2026 and 2030, the numbers will increase drastically. Now, if we even stick to the 2025 numbers, right, Kweku?
Yeah.
It means we are getting millions of cities. So 230 million for international travelers, about 100 million for local travelers. 230 million at even 10 cities to the dollar is 2.3 billion. Plus another 100 million from here, let's say 2.4 billion. This is using 2025 numbers and really trying to be conservative, thinking that there will be no growth. But I know based on the first quarter numbers, we are seeing growth, so there will be growth. So you are taking another almost 2.5 billion additional revenue for the Ghana Airport Company. How much will it cost to build the new infrastructure? How long is it going to take us to build the new infrastructure? And how long are we going to pay this particular levy?
There's no sunset clause. So it's almost like you pay it all. And that's the thing with revenue. Whenever the government puts on there, and air travels and other things, those are a lot of sure banker. You get your money. You get some good money there.
Yeah.
So somebody did the math and like, Charlie, that's a very good place to go and get the money from. And so the more the money comes in, the next thing you know, they've securitized that loan, that money to go and borrow some money somewhere, and then you're paying this for like 10 years. And especially when it comes to international travels, there's dollar denominated.
Yeah.
our city sometimes very subject to fluctuation, and not fluctuation downwards, upwards. It will mean consistently that people are going to pay more, higher and higher and higher than that. So the question you asked about a sunset clause, I think, is very crucial. But also, how much exactly is it costing to do what you say you're going to do? Good. And how long are we going to be doing that?
Now, let me give you this story from Ghana Web. I'm practically taking the story from a portal that is not ours, so that people will say, and they are bringing their own stories too. So this I'm picking it from Ghana Web. Okay, Ghana Web published this story, and it says former President John Dramani Mahama has said the cost of construction of the Terminal 3 section of the Kutuka International Airport was never placed on a public debt bill, but on the balance sheet of the Ghana Airport Company Limited. So if you want to build more infrastructure, what has changed? When we did the calculations and realized that if we built Terminal 3, it could increase passenger throughput to 5 million a year, and based on passenger charges, airport ground charges and whatever, we could pay for it. So we actually went ahead to award a contract, and we built it, and we are paying for it. What has changed with the new infrastructure to the point where we must put these wicked levies? That's what I want to call them. I think they are really, look, I have a friend in the UK, and yesterday we were talking, and she was like, she wants to come home, but she should have booked her ticket ahead because now she has to pay $100. I was you will still pay $100.
That is money that if she came down, she could give it to her family, a relative, and other things to do. And it segues back to the point that you were making, because if you look at Felix Kwachofosu's announcement about what they're going to build, a shopping mall with restaurants, a Skyview lounge, and all of that, airport hotel, and all of that. If you look at all of them really look like commercial revenue and profit generating investments. These are not some public good. It's not like you're building a road where everybody's going to use it. These are commercial ventures that is going to inure to the benefits of the Ghana Airport Company Limited on their books. Okay, so why do we have to fund those with our money, $100, 100 cedis, taxes on an international domestic flight? And that's the point that people have been making on X since this announcement was made. So why is the public being asked to bankroll the Airport Company Limited's commercial investment? And ultimately, again, what happens when these are completed, these hotels, the lounges, and Airport Company Limited, they're going to increase their profits, the leases and other things, they're going to do concession fees and charges. So why are we funding this and then we're going to pay for it and all of that? It's not a public good. It's a big question.
There's a message from Kwame Terry. I want to read it before I go to the phone lines and talk to Alhassan Tampoli, who used to be a deputy minister at the Ministry of Transport, and he was also the CEO at NPA. This message is from Kwame Terry, and he says that, Kojo, on the morning show this morning, it's unfortunate you don't understand the levies the airport is charging currently. You are not sounding intelligent this morning on this matter, and I'm ready to engage you on this matter. If you're a well-traveled person, you should check the airport taxes in those airports you travel to. You shocked me this morning. Wow, I'm turning off the SMS. Now, you've talked about the same structure if being used for commercial transport. Do you know how much South African airports started paying these levies? This is not an intelligent argument. Stop it already. Open the phone line and let's have a conversation this morning. Do you know the financial engineering about the Tema ports? Are you joking right now? Sometimes further readings will help your curiosity. From Kwame Terry. Kwame, I like that you sent this message. But you know what you could have done? You could have broken down the levies and the numbers to make your point. All right? It's not about this or that.
Name calling and insults.
We know the Tema Port. When it started, it was a $1.5 billion concession agreement between the Republic of Ghana and the MPS. I remember I wrote a lot of articles about it. In fact, when the conversation about the Tema Port started, we were confused a little because at a point we were made to understand that the construction of the Tema motorway was even part of it. It went back and forth. A lot of things have. So when it comes to public infrastructure, let's ask the questions. That's why we kicked Akufo-Addo out of office and brought Mahama in. And that's why Mahama appointed a minister of transport. Let's ask questions. We are not transport engineers. All we know is that I cannot afford to pay $100 extra if I have to travel consistently for whatever I need to do. Even if I can afford to pay it, it eats into my money, my funds. So why are we doing this? How long am I expected to pay this? What infrastructure are you going to use to build? And how long is it going to take? And Terminal 3, as we were told, costs $250 million. So let's just say we are using it to build something like a Terminal 3. Are we going to pay only for 1 year? Because based on our calculations, we are almost at $250 million with this levy if we collect it using 2025 passenger numbers. These are fair questions. So Kwame, please don't tune in. And if you know Kwame, call him not to tune in. We want to engage him further.
Not to tune off.
He says he wants to tune off. Kwame, don't tune off. Tune in. Let's engage further. Ghana, I don't own a bigger chunk of Ghana than you, Kwame. So don't tune off. Just get in touch and let's talk. Good morning, Mr. Tampuli. How are you?
Very good morning to you. And happy holidays.
Welcome to the Spam Morning Show. I hope your Easter has been good.
Very well. Thank you.
Were you also in Buipe for the Gonja Youth 50th anniversary? Did you go home this Easter?
Oh, unfortunately, I was not invited for the Gonja Youth. Maybe because I'm not Gonja. So. but I was home.
And how is your constituency? How did people celebrate Easter in your constituency?
So, because my constituency is predominantly Muslim, you find that the celebration is not as pronounced as in other places. But of course, we still join the Christian population to share in the Easter period.
Now, this morning, one of the big things we are talking about is transport. And transport, because fuel prices is transport. Airport levies is transport. And we've bought 300 buses. 100 of them are already in country. Let's start with the fuel prices. You are CEO of NPA. This morning, I saw on the board of one of the fuel companies, 18 cedis and some pesos for diesel. Other companies like Gold are selling around 17 cedis per liter for diesel. I remember when your government was in office, at a point, I bought diesel for 20 or 22 cedis per liter. And that day I nearly cried. And then with time, it came down. How do we approach the fuel pricing with consideration to the world market prices and whatever is happening? The levies we are paying, there are a lot of strong arguments that we need to remove a lot of the levies. What do you think we should approach this? How do you think we should approach this to make life easier for Ghanaians?
So this is a matter that has been on and off the table for quite some time now. So if you look at currently the prices, the OMCs that have shifted their prices, you have quite a good number of them who are selling above 18 cedis. You have Agapets, for instance, selling at 18.1. You have Beep Oil, Beep Energy selling for 18.6. You have Compass Oleum 18.45. Dijon is selling for 18.65. You have Essence Energy 18.4. Energetic Petrol 18.4, X-Oil 18.4, and quite a good number of them are selling. And these are small OMCs. JD Link 18.2, Justbro 18.87. All right. Now, this tells you something, that the OMCs determine their prices based on their costs elements. That's number one. They also determine their prices based on the price on the international market. Of course, exchange rates is also a major factor in addition to taxes and levies. Now, price on the international market obviously is on the rise. The OMCs have no control over that one. Government has no control over that. Government has control over the exchange rates and then the taxes and levies and, of course, the margins. Now, when it gets to a point like this during our time, what we did normally was to look at a way to cushion the harsh effects of these price increases on the Ghanaian consumers. And typically, you would have heard that we would have by now neutralized the price stabilization and recovery levy. no OMC would have been charging it, and that would, of course, have impacted one way or the other. And then also, at some point, when the price of when the special petroleum tax was an ad valorem tax, the government decided that, look, when the prices increases, because it's an ad valorem tax, it multiplies. So let's remove the ad valorem tax and make it a specific tax. You know, at some point it moved from 17.5%, we took it down to 15%, then to 13% or something to that effect. Now, what all of these means is that, but for those interventions, I believe price of products would have been selling for about 26, 27 cedis.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we must recognize that some interventions have been made in the past, and those are part of the reasons why we have prices where we are. Yes, prices had gone up to about 23 cedis in 2022, and that was just for about 3-4 days because there was a spike on the international market. And as we keep saying, when the prices go up, we pass it on. When the prices come down, we pass it on.
So,
but when it comes to a point like this, the government has a responsibility to intervene. And that is why we keep saying that, look, Ghana is a net exporter of petroleum products, of or oil, okay? Now, the amount of crude oil that we export far exceeds what we import into the country. There is a windfall on the upstream side. And so if we have to cushion the harsh effects, there is a way that we have to take off the first, what's the name? The Dumso levy, for instance, which raised in about 5.7 billion Ghana cedis annually based on the numbers that we had. 5.7 billion. Now, on the upstream side, we are raking in over $8 billion. Now, if you strike the average, you see that you are still able to make some, good money, regardless of the fact that we are going to remove the Dumso tax. So we are calling on government that, look, it doesn't look like the prices are coming down anytime soon. So government has to make some intervention. The Ghanaian people are seeing the harsh effects of the prices on the international market. And look, all of these OMCs are doing this. In fact, they are doing government a lot of favor by not pricing at the right price that they should be pricing. If you currently go and check the prices on the international market, the price country by country, one of the most expensive places that you can buy oil in Africa is Ghana. Togo is selling for less. Benin is selling for less. Niger, landlocked country, is selling for less. Liberia is selling for less. Nigeria, obviously, is selling for less. Gabon, and there are about 30 countries that are selling lower than Ghana. Something is just not adding up. There were times that in the past that Ghana was about the 10th most cheapest, but right now we are 30th out of 52 countries. It tells you that there is something that is going on. Government has to really look at this situation and make some intervention. The people of Ghana deserve some intervention by their government.
Mr. Tampoli, correct me if I'm wrong. Ghana's earnings from our crude oil is around $1.5 billion every year. What we actually get as revenue.
That's right. That's our entitlement.
Okay, and you're saying that if we remove the Dumso tax, which you described as e-levy pro max, we could actually make up for Dumso tax and some of the levies from the windfall we are making from the current crude oil prices. Absolutely. How much did we use to benchmark in the budget? It's about $70, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
Today, how much is Brent going for? Brent is going for about 112, 110. It's been over 100 for over a month now. All right. CTI has been almost about 115 now. So obviously there is a $30 or $40 windfall that we are getting. I mean, just do the mathematics. You lose on one side, you gain on one side. That is a social contract that we sign with the people of Ghana.
And this will be enough. Will this be enough to replace the new 1 cedi levy?
Can you say that again?
Will this windfall be enough to replace the 1 cedi levy based on your own calculation?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay,
Ghana is not going to lose anything if you remove the Dumsor levy.
Let me give you a straight
question. We are gaining on the upstream.
Let me give you a straight question, and I'll be very happy if you give me straight technical answers. So if you sat in Eduji's seat right now, you've sat in it before, you've been transport minister before, you are now an MP, so you have a general view of running a state-owned entity, being a policy lead, and being a legislator. If you sat in that chair right now, which levies are you taking off? Which things are you changing immediately to bring us relief?
So immediately the Dumsor levy has to go. Immediately, I also make a recommendation for the price stabilization and recovery levy. Now, what really happened was that the government consolidated all these levies. And at a time that you have different lines, they consolidated these levies. But that doesn't stop the government for recalling Parliament. All right, recalling Parliament to come and then make some interventions for us to seek some reduction in the levies and the price build-up of petroleum products. We really have to do this. See, there are a lot of countries, even in Africa and beyond, who are making some interventions. Levies, taxes are being reduced, 50% reduction, 25% reduction. Some are completely even removing some taxes, just so they bring relief to their people. What is our government doing? Look, if I were in the seat of Eduje and I would speak, all right? So I do not think it would be okay for me to advise him on radio, but we talk all the time. He gets my opinion on different stuff. But this is what I would have done. I would have made the recommendation like we used to do to my minister, and then the minister will take it up with cabinet so that they will do immediate intervention to give some. You see, you know what's happening in the Middle East, especially those that pass the products through the Strait of Hormuz. About 2 million barrels per day refining capacity is gone, completely off in that enclave. All of these would have been on the market. One way or the other, some would have come to different parts of the world, or even some it didn't come here, but they would have been selling to people who would have been looking for products that will be buying from Antwerp, Rotterdam, and Amsterdam. Right? Right now, they are not even receiving products to the extent that Dangote had to supply aviation fuel to countries that Saudi Aramco had commitment to and they couldn't supply. And Dangote had to do that supply on their behalf. Now, what it tells you is that the Dangote refinery that we have here is now not just for Africa or West Africa, but it's going to be supplying different parts of the world. We have some products currently, at Anchorage, okay, different vessels, but they used to get these products from different parts of the world. Within the next 2 to 3 weeks, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that.
So let's get back to the levies. So you want us to take away the Dumsor levy? I'm using it
easily
because that's how we've nicknamed it. You want us to take a look at the price stabilization and recovery levy like you did when you were in office. That's about 14 pesos on the liter. Should we take that away? There are strong opinions that we need to take out the sanitation and pollution levy, which is 10 pesos on the liter. And there are also strong suggestions that the fuel marking margin is not important now, and we should also take that out. Do you agree with this?
I would agree that we should take off the sanitation and pollution levy because they came in at a time to solve a certain problem in 2020 after the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, maybe they have outlived their usefulness, but the marking, the fuel marking, that is what is used in the price build-up to check the quality of product that we have in the country. So that's the marker that is used to distinguish between the approved products and what is not approved. You take that off, likely you are going to have some contaminated products in the system, and nobody will be able to figure it out.
But when you were in office, for example,
so there's an argument that one should be taken.
When you were in office, after you left office,
we also look at the ones that are solving specific problems.
Mr. Tampoli, when you were in office, you introduced the tracking of BRVs to also ensure that hot products, diverted products, bad products are monitored. So if I'm right, almost all the bulk road vehicles that serve us in this country are tracked. They have trackers, right? So if they go to a terminal that has brought in bad product, we should be able to see. So after doing all this work, you did it. Mustafa Hamid continued. Eduji is continuing that.
Easily.
Why should we?
That's an ideal situation. So what you have is that an industry such as ours, you need to have double, assurance of quality of products. So what is happening is that the electronic cargo tracking system is not a quality assurance per se. It's a way of calculating the UPPF margin. So we are calculating freight, because vehicles will say that we are moving products to Bupi depot, and then they will end up at a depot close by.
But analysts also say that it's a quality check, because if you are taking products from one place to another and realize that the product this BRV took to this place is not quality and is contaminated and is this and that, you can then track and arrest whoever was responsible. So with all those in place and functioning, we should be able to do away with the fuel marking levy, which is about 600 million Ghana cedis on the consumer every year. What do you say to that? Yes, Mr. Tampoli, go ahead.
Yeah, you lost me at some point. Can you repeat what you just said?
Yes, so my point is that the digital tracking of your BRVs ensures that you know where the product was picked from, where it was transported to, the route it used. So if there's a report of bad fuel anywhere, you can track the chain and get whoever is responsible. So what a lot of people are saying is that this has been successful to track and to ensure UPPF is run efficiently. Why don't we use it as the key check for quality now that people are struggling to buy fuel, expensive fuel, and remove the 5 pesos of the UPPF, which actually amounts to an extra cost of 600 million Ghana cedis on the fuel consumer?
There's a debate that has been going on for some time now, since the fuel marking thing was introduced, I think, in 2012 or so. So yeah, the discussion can continue. But what I'm saying is that electronic cargo tracking system is serving a different function from the fuel marking function. All right, and so if you use one to serve the other function, you are likely not to get 100%, satisfaction as far as what you are looking for is concerned. So yeah, we can have that conversation. The jury is out there to determine whether we should continue to have the fuel marking or we should take it out.
Let's go to the airport levy. It's one of the big things we are talking about this morning as well. You have said that it is insensitive, looking at the prevailing global economic conditions, that we put on this airport levy for travelers. It's coming into effect. Looking at what Felix has posted in the government's plan to expand infrastructure as well, would this not be an okay levy for all of us to bear to expand our aviation infrastructure?
You see, Kojo, in West Africa, Ghanaians already are the ones that pay more than any other country in terms of air tickets. Now, fancy that you are going to Tamale and you are paying 3,214 Ghana cedis to go to Tamale. That's about $300. I can travel from London, return to New York. Okay? I can do Rome, Washington, return with that amount of money. And I'm using that just to go to Tamale, 400 kilometers. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So Ghanaians are already paying so high an amount in terms of the air tickets. And we are saying that, look, the timing is of the essence. We already have what we call airport passenger service charge of 5 cedis.
Which your government...
And they are saying that one is airport service charge. But it is actually initially supposed to take care of, infrastructure. That the name has some kind of airport, it used to be called airport tax. to take care of airport infrastructure and maintenance. Then it was renamed Airport Passenger Service Charge. Now, we were discussing the possibility of reviewing it further upwards. But nobody ever thought that it can be taken up to about 100 cities at a go. Some of these things, when you are even starting them, you should even start gradually. And the timing should also be very, very much on point. Because as we speak right now, aviation fuel is going straight into the roof. And consumers are being made to pay fuel surcharge. And our government is introducing new, airport infrastructure development, charge of 100 cities from 5 cities. Now we are paying 105 cities. It didn't even replace the 5 cities, but it came to add to the the 5 cities that's already in the price build-up. Over 1,800% increase in the airport passenger service charge. And that's, for me, is unacceptable. That for me is unacceptable. See, it is not as if it is coming to replace anything. And the ones for West Africa, the economy class, the business class, and so on and so forth, are also adding to the existing ones. If you are flying business class already previously, you are paying $200 on it. If you are flying economy, international, $150. If you are ECOWAS passenger, then you are paying $50. Now, these $30, $50, and $100 are adding to those ones. You understand? You don't do some of these things, and you see, even the ones that are currently in the price build-up, they were not increased at a go like that. They were initially, so we used to have it at 1 cedi in 2010, then it came to 5 cedi in 2013, and that's how you do these things.
So how do you think we should approach the funding of the new infrastructure?
Right now, we should see the impact in the number of people who will be flying. See, Kojo, if 4 of us are supposed to go to Tamale and we are supposed to pay 3,214 cedis, and we decide to take a vehicle, we may use about 3,000 cedis or less than 3,000 cedis to get to Tamale. 5 of us, instead of 5 of us paying 15,000 or so, we'll be paying 3,000 cedis just to buy fuel. Ghanaians will make rational choices.
So Mr. Tampoli, what do you suggest should be the approach to funding the new airport infrastructure? I'm asking you this because when you were in office in October 2022, the Parliamentary Select Committee visited the airports, and you spoke on behalf of the government then. And back then, you were in favor of the service charge review of the airport company. And you said that for us at the ministry, you were excited that leadership and members of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Roads and Transport appreciate that the 5 cities that you had then was woefully inadequate. So we were supposed to charge more. I remember Gavin Kwame Agboja, who then was a ranking member of Parliament Select Committee, advised the Ghana Airport Company to be more innovative to raise funds to sustain the domestic airports without recourse to government. They are being innovative. They want to build more infrastructure. You are arguing that this levy is way too much. It will affect our passenger traffic. It will affect cost on passengers. But you also agree that we need to maintain and expand our infrastructure. How would you have done this to build more infrastructure and maintain the existing ones?
So we said that we are going to do that. We are going to propose, an increase. But 2 things are happening right now. The quantum of the charge that has been imposed is a factor, number one. And more importantly, the timing. And we're talking about 2 things. The quantum of increase and then the timing. I mean, nobody can tell me that the government doesn't recognize where we are right now, where the global economy is right now. So you don't go and add to the burden of the people. You understand?
Yeah.
When you know for sure that, look, things are not going well, especially when it comes to the aviation industry. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And secondly, we are saying that you don't move from 5 cities and straight up you go and land at 100 cities. And it's not as if you are even increasing from 5 cities to 100 cities, but you are doing additional to the 5 cities. That, for me, I
That's
think
where the problem is.
The area that we must look at.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tampoli.
To start with, and do 40 cities and then probably scale up, in the fullness of time. But you don't come and slap the average passenger, with this amount of money. Already the amount, in December 2024, I had bought a ticket for about 2,000 Ghana cedis. Now we are saying that inflation is down. Exchange rate is down. In fact, inflation now is almost going to negative because the rate at which it is going, I think by the next month, we are likely to see inflation stay at 0.1%.
It's not going to negative.
But prices are going up. Pure water is moving from 10 cedis to 15 cedis. Electricity. Our electricity bill looks like we are even now paying for moonlight. We are paying for sunlight. We are paying for the lights from our own vehicles. We are paying light from torchlights. All right? All of these have increased. And yet inflation is going now. Thanks be to God. But what is happening right now is that, the reality is that our disposable income has been considerably eroded. Because you can do the mathematics in your office and you take an average worker, how much they earn, and check what it is that they are spending their monies on utilities alone. Lorry fares are increasing. Plane fares are increasing. Everything is, electricity is increasing. Water is increasing. Everything is going up. Even water is going up. Fuel was 14 cedis. In fact, fuel was selling at 12 cedis. 12 cedi, 55 pesos on 2nd January 2025. Today, fuel is selling at 17 cedis.
Mr. Tampoli, fuel,
17.1.
Mr. Tampoli, on fuel, we know that the Israel-Iran war.
So if
the Israel-Iran war
should the government be so quick to start imposing new charges on the consumer and the passenger?
Oh, Charlie. Anyway, Mr. Tampoli,
just think about it.
I'm running out of time, but I want us to move to another area that you've worked on. So please, I know you want to talk a lot about how prices have gone up across board, but I believe you've made a very strong point there. Let's go to roads, public transport. When your government took office, you bought a lot of buses. None was made locally, if my memory serves me right. This government is also buying buses. So far, what is coming in are not being made locally. Is there something you politicians know that we don't know? Is there a reason why we are spending billions of dollars importing buses into this country when the people of Ghana own over 50% of New Plan, and we've all sat down to let it die? And to give you context, the first NPP government under Kufuor gave New Plan a contract to build 450 buses. Most of those buses we rode in. Most of those buses are now out of shape. Since 2002, no government in this country gave New Plan Ghana Limited contracts to build buses. Meanwhile, all governments buy buses. What is it that you politicians know that we don't know? Why is it that you are not supporting the local bus manufacturing industry?
Kojo, to be very, very honest with you, I don't know whether New Plan is even still in existence.
It collapsed. When your government was in office, they met the then trade minister Alan Cash with a petition
that does not exist currently.
My point is, as at the time, Mr. Tampoli, your government was in office, New Plan was actively working.
There are locally assembled vehicles currently in the country. I think there are about 6 or so. If my memory serves me right, about 6 companies that are assembling vehicles, saloon cars, pickups, and even tipper trucks. I'm not aware of any country, any company that is assembling even buses locally in Ghana. So yes, we can encourage companies to come and set up. And in fact, we have had that discussion with VDL before, when we went to bring in the buses that came in 2022, about 50 or so of them. So yes, it's important that we build local capacity. But in the absence of local capacity, Life must go on. So the government, one way or the other, has to bring the buses. Well, what's important is that we must move from the internal combustion engine vehicles to more of electric buses, because if you are reacting to some of these global economic dynamics, you need to position yourself properly to take full advantage and not to take the harsh effects of some of these, dynamics on the international markets. So yes, that's why we were moving away from internal combustion engines to bring in electric buses. And so I'm surprised that the government didn't take a leaf from what we did. The internal combustion engine buses definitely will charge passengers way more than how much they were charging when it came to electric buses. You can compare the prices, the lorry fares right now as we speak. You can check. You understand? So yes, the government can decide to bring in as many buses as possible and even bring in the spare parts. But what is important is that you cannot be doing the same thing and expect a different results.
We cannot be doing the same things and
ICE buses. Some of them are just not even available. Some of the buses that were brought in during Kufuor's time, when we went to VDL's plant in Belgium, I curiously asked the manager a question, the factory manager a question. So how many of your buses that you are currently manufacturing are electric buses and how many are ICE? And the gentleman asked me whether I really want to know the answer. I said yes. And he said that 99% of their buses are electric buses now. 99% of their buses are electric buses. Obviously, the 1% were the ones that they were bringing to Ghana. Okay? And so we have to move with the time. We cannot pretend as if we don't know what's happening. When you go to London right now, Kojo, you go to New York, you check. You go to Paris, you go to every country right now. Check the number of buses.
We need to move to electric buses. Yeah.
How many of them are ICE and how many of them are electric buses?
Okay, Mr. Tampoli.
So we have to wake up.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then join the reality. The reality is that look, EV is the reality right now. So, but just to make my last point.
You have 30 seconds, sir.
Just to make my last point. Currently, prices of diesel, the highest we have is Strategic Energies, which is selling for 18.92 cedis. 18.92 cedis. That is how much we are buying for in some areas in this country. There are some areas that maybe Strategic Energy is the only filling station over there. So you are compelled to buy. You understand? Government has to do something quickly. The president has to call a cabinet meeting, almost like yesterday, and deal with this situation. Ghanaians are suffering.
Thank you, Mr. Al-Hassan Tampoli, for joining us this morning. Hassan Tampoli is an MP. He's a lawyer, former CEO of MPA, former Deputy Minister of Transport.
Yeah.
He's also a farmer. He's also a farmer.
He has his skin in the game. I like the way he, of course, sort of tried to evade the last question you asked about Neoplan. I asked him about whether Neoplan existed and all of that. I think for the bulk of the other things that he's raised, I agree. I mean, the points he makes about the local travel. Look at how much it's costing to travel to Tamale, when you could do London to Paris to Barcelona and back, and it's perhaps will not cost you as much. It's punitive. So people have to use the road. The road is not so good. I mean, if air transport was cheap, people would do more of it at Accra Kumasi than go through a very perilous road that we have. Single carriage for most part of it, with all the accidents that is happening on it. And now you have to add 100 Ghana cedis for local travels, $100 for international travels, $15 for the regional travels. All very expensive. Hopefully we can look at this and take a deep breath about it, because this is a cost of living issue. And the more we are piling up on the ordinary Ghanaian, salaries are not going up, and we have to keep paying more and more and more and more. We are going to be struggling.
Your messages are always brought to you on the SMS by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, number 10 liver salt, a refreshing relief, and Provident Insurance. With Provident, man, you are covered. And if your money is controlling you, now is the time to take over and take charge of your own money. Just say, why your money wants to control you. Show the money that you made it. So control your money. Get the EcoBank mobile app. It gives you the power to command your money to transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. Command your money to make water, electricity and school fees payments, bank and mobile money transfers, create virtual cards to buy only what you need and more. So Money Commander, download the EcoBank mobile money app now on the App Store or Play Store and command your money. Command also means paying attention to details, and EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card or Ghana card details. And when in doubt, call the EcoBank call center on 0800 003 225. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
If you already have a valid US or Canadian visa, then this message is for you from Adansi Travels. Adansi Travels is 5 years in expire.
I expire. I mean, so just want to say America, but my visa be.
Adansi Travels is offering special curated ground packages for the 2026 World Cup, tailored specifically for travelers who already have visas. Enjoy structured accommodation options, smart access support, transport coordination, and full on-ground support in the USA and Canada, from Boston to Toronto to Philadelphia. Adansi Travels will handle the logistics so you can focus on the joy of the 2026 World Cup. Don't let your visa sit idle while history is being written. Call Adansi Travels today on 059 5500 817 or 053 100 8550. Joy is here. Choose yours now with Adansi Travels for the 2026 World Cup.
And the big Easter sales is happening now at Compu Ghana and is bigger and better from now till 12th of April 2026. Shop any product from the world's top brands like Samsung, TCL, LG, HP, Lenovo, Tecno, Infinix, itel, Huawei, and enjoy up to 40% off. And they're also giving you more than big discounts. Shop, buy and shop for 100 Ghana cedis and above, 1,000 cedis and above, and instantly enter the Easter reward raffle. And you can win a 98-inch smart TV, laptops, mobile phones, and other prizes. And you enjoy massive savings on TV, smartphones, laptops, all at Compu Ghana. So go to CompuGhana.com or go to any of their showrooms. You can call them on 0302 75 2020 or WhatsApp 0243 143 143 for inquiries. This promo is in partnership with the NLA under the Caritas Lottery platform. Kweku Kwame is back after his earlier message that we read, and he says he wants us to engage further. And he says, Kojo, are you saying you don't know that many airports have special taxes like the passenger service charges or the airport improvement fees, and they are used to support the efforts of the airports? I have witnessed and been charged special taxes from Heathrow, £13 to £26, to Singapore, 34 Singaporean dollars, that's 130 cedis, to Dubai, AED 35, which is 50 cedis, and airport fee, Joburg, 190. What's the South African currency pool?
Rand,
190 rand, which is 40 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, but look at
these fees contribute to the airports mentioned. So he's
giving, look at the math. You have 40 cedis, 150 cedis, and you have hours from
$100
to $100. So look at the comparison. It's not the same. I think at the heart of it, people agree that of course we need to build infrastructure for the airport. When we built Terminal 3, we know what it did for all of us. It's good.
Yes.
But to simply wake up one day and the cost of your transportation is jumping by nearly 1,200 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
That is the cost of concern. So if you brought all the maths, and your math shows 40 cedis, 55 cedis, 70 cedis, what's the correlation?
Thank you for engaging with data. So you've engaged with data, and your data is quite clear that so far all the special levies and taxes you mentioned, Ghana's is the most expensive. That's at the heart of the matter we are discussing. Nisoa of Oyarifa says, Chronicles of Public Transport. We used the Omnibus Services Authority, which is OSA buses, as I remember in the 70s. Under President Liman, we had the City Express, which were also called the Green Lines. They were introduced. President Kufuor introduced Metro Mass Transit buses. President Mahama came up with Ayalolo buses. Today, what do we have? It appears we have one president, one public transport project. And this is from Nisoa. One president, one public transport project.
It's a big...
One president, one new economic policy. One president, one health strategy. One president. What is for the Ghanaian? I think that's the question Niswa is leading us to ask. What have you put in place as the national strategy? So, Ni, thank you for your message. This message says, good morning, Kojo. The Race Junction at Shalibocho Road is terrible. When would that road be fixed? Edem Kojo. That road is part of the ring roads in Accra. Yeah. So, Race Junction at Shalibocho, it has to go all the way to Pukwase. And it goes all the way to the Boteman crossing into Community 18 Sakumono area. So, Adam, you've asked a very good question. When we get Honorable Agboja, we'll ask him.
It's gotten terrible. I mean, from the traffic lights straight to Ashalibuchi, it's terrible.
I say, it's not. And there are more messages. Let me attempt to read this one. Wallace in Lashibi says, good morning, team. There's a question I've always asked. We had new plan back in the days that used to assemble buses and maintain them. Kojo, let your team go to Metro Mars bus terminal around Kanishi and you'll see more than hundreds of buses that have been grounded and sitting. Every year we keep importing new fleets to be grounded later. What happens to the old ones? Our maintenance structure is very, very poor.
Kojo, Wallace is spot on with this. So what is happening is a procurement gig. Every government comes in and okay, well, if you import 300 buses at $50 million, what do you get personally?
You mean there's a coefficient?
Yes, there's a whole procurement economy around this thing. And so you bring in 300 buses. After 3 or 4 years, the buses are grounded. You don't fix it. Then you bring another 300.
Yes.
Then you ground them.
Yes.
Then you bring in.
Yes.
Then you sell it for cheap to politicians and their friends and other things through some dubious auctions and all of that. That is what we are seeing. That is why we keep bringing in the buses every time. You see some bus on the road, the back is not there. It's usually there where the alignment is 10. Because you're not maintaining it. At least even if the alignment is 10, the thing is going like that. The thing is going like that. So what we have is a system where we don't want to fix the situation. It is simply a procurement driven process. That is why every year we bring hundreds of the buses, leave them to rot after 5 years, buy new ones, and then keep the cycle going.
I want to go for a break now. When I return from the break, we'll attempt to answer some questions and read more of your messages. But based on what Kweku is saying, let me share an experience of what I've seen a lot of the big companies internationally doing, especially the mining companies. When they buy fleet of machines, they don't throw them away. They can work for 10 years and they'll take them back to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer will tear apart the machines, maybe replace the engines, replace all key working parts, just tune it properly, respray it and bring it back. So Ibrahim Mohammed's latest fleet from CAT, for example, I'm not sure in 10 years he'll be throwing them away. He will refurbish them and put them back on the roads. So all the buses you are talking, I've been to the Kaneshi station, I've been to Aguna Swedro, I've been to a lot of the Metro Mass hubs, and when you go Kumasi, when you go, the buses are just there. So if the engines are even not working, can't we restore the body? Can't we restore the other mechanical parts and replace, put in new engines to put these buses back on the road? And who is thinking about that? Whose responsibility is it? We'll go for a break. When we come, I think we have a lot more time. We'll activate the phone lines for you to tell us what you think here on the Super Morning Show.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kojo Akoto toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kojo Akoto toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kojo Akoto toothpaste.
That be why I use Kojo Akoto toothpaste morning and night when I go bed safe. It make my teeth white when it comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kojo Akoto toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kojo Akoto toothpaste. Kojo Akoto toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kel, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
The big
Easter sales is happening now at CompuGhana, and it's bigger and better. From now till 12 April, shop any product from well-top brands like Samsung, LG, TCL, HP, Lenovo, Tecno, Infinix, Itel, Huawei, and many more, and enjoy up to 40% off. This Easter, CompuGhana is giving you more than big discounts. Shop any products worth 1,000 Ghana cedis and above, and instantly enter the Easter reward raffle draw to win amazing prizes like a 98-inch smart TV, laptop, mobile phones, and other prizes. Enjoy massive savings on TVs, smartphones, laptops, and home appliances across all CompuGhana branches nationwide. Visit any CompuGhana showroom today or shop online at www.compughana.com. Experience this Easter season the CompuGhana way. Call us on 0302-752020 or WhatsApp 0243-143-143 for inquiries. This promo is in partnership with NLA under the Caritas platform.
The journey to the World Cup 2026 has begun. Over 200 people have already secured their 2026 World Cup experience with Adansi Travels. Visa appointments are being secured. Match ticket processes are underway. The question is simple. Will you be watching from your living room or inside the stadium? From one match to 2 to 3 unforgettable moments. Here is your moment to be part of history, because when the world gathers in USA and Canada, you don't want to say, I almost went. Call Adansi Travels now on 059-550-0817 or 053-100-8550. Joy is here. Choose yours now.
Since inception, almost 100% of Ashesi University students have found jobs, started businesses, or gone on to graduate school within 6 months of graduation. From Accra to Nairobi, London to New York, Ashesi graduates are noticed and are leading successful careers. If you dream of a rewarding life and career, an Ashesi education prepares you just for that. Learn more about applying to Ashesi at ashesi.edu.gh. Remember, admission is ongoing.
In Ghana, planning ahead is something we grew up with. It's in the small things. Filling your barrels and buckets just in case the taps don't flow tomorrow. Parents buying school shoes 2 or 3 sizes too big so you can grow into them, or wrapping your books carefully so that they can be passed down to the next child. It's how we've always looked out for the future, quietly, thoughtfully, every day.
For 20 years, we've understood what Ghanaians have always known. Planning today secures tomorrow. It's the reason we provided life insurance solutions for every aspect of your future. Star Life didn't introduce planning ahead, we only made it better. Why? Because it's who you've always been. Star Life, your solid partner for life.
We are Star Life, your solid partner for life.
Ophelia, did you brush your teeth before eating?
No, mommy. Anytime I use daddy's toothpaste,
Easter is here and Electroland says come and shop. This Easter, make it special. Electroland is bringing you unbeatable offers, unbelievable discounts and exciting free gifts. Feel the rhythm with Samsung, TCL and Media Home Theaters. Enjoy your favorite Easter movies on LED smart TVs. You can stay cool all day with our powerful air conditioners. Want a bedside fridge for your chilled drinks? We've got you. Prepare your Easter meals on a 4 to 6 burner gas cooker with grill and oven. And make laundry easy with top or front load washing machines. Visit our showrooms or go to www.electrolandga8.com. Call 050-315-9739. Electroland, home of luxury affordable electronics.
Mi se fume tonton preko. Edwana twa mi ne buseshe. Ye hakesia ne malaria. Minya me kone me sa so spray. Every mosquito start to run away. Come on tonton preko. Saso mi se fume tonton preko. Come on tonton preko. Sasso, kum tonton preko. Nani sham ne die
This advert is FDA approved.
When you cry, be sure to dry your eyes, 'cause better days are sure to come. And when you smile, be sure to smile wide, and don't let them know that they have won. And when you walk with pride, don't show the hurt inside, because the pain will soon be gone. When you dream, dream big.
When you dream big. As big as the ocean. When you think far, further than the moon, than Legon Christie and the people who are now orbiting around the moon. So when you dream, Kogu, dream big.
Big.
And when we think about the country, we should think far, right?
Airport company,
you
and
go
you want to dream
further.
about taxes. Start from zero and go to $100. It's a big dream so that you can get more money and build.
You need to behave.
Yes.
We have about 18 minutes more on the show. And Coco, I think it's just fair that we've had a lot of conversations this morning, read messages. Let's give about 5 listeners the chance to call in and tell us what they think. We cannot hijack and ambush the opinions to ourselves, can we?
Yes.
So 055 1111 997 055 1111 997 0302 216 541 0302 216 541. Please call in. Let's dream big together. But if the unexpected were to happen today, would you feel prepared? Would you be able to stay afloat while you find your next opportunity? This 2026, ABSA wants you to feel more confident about the future. That's why the ABSA Ultimate account was created to be the cushion you can count on. With an ABSA Ultimate account, you get 3 times your monthly salary, up to 20,000 cedis in the event of retrenchment, to help you stay afloat. Move with confidence this 2026. Open an ABSA Ultimate account today. Your story matters. ABSA.
The National Petroleum Authority is cautioning the public to desist from scooping or fetching fuel from over 10 fuel tankers at accident scenes. Again, do not get closer to the scene in an attempt to take videos and pictures. Inhaling the petroleum product is detrimental to your health. Worst of all, petroleum products are volatile and highly flammable. With a small spark, can trigger a catastrophic explosion, causing death and loss of properties. Don't let a moment of desperation lead to a lifetime of regret. If you see an over 10 tanker, stay back and stay safe. Call trained professionals such as Ghana National Fire Service or Ghana Police personnel to handle the scene, or reach the National Petroleum Authority contact center on 0302 550 380. Your life is worth more than a gallon of fuel. This Save a Life campaign is from the NPA.
Kweku, we are very, very happy to have on the line the Honorable James Agaga, board chair for the Ghana Airport Company. I'd been praying that we get to speak to him. He's on the line. Honorable Agaga, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine and happy Easter.
Yes, we say he's risen. Then the response is he's risen indeed. So he's risen.
He's risen indeed.
Welcome to the Super Morning Show, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
Have you been following our conversation this morning?
Yes, and bits and pieces. I was actually doing something, but my attention has been drawn to the trajectory of the discussion pertaining to the introduction of the airport infrastructure development levy,
yes,
as well as the enhancement of the airport passenger service charge. Yes, so I have followed.
Okay, so if I can give you a quick summary, what we think here in the studio is that the levies are too high, number one.
Yes.
Number two, we do not understand the infrastructure that is going to be used to be built. What infrastructure are we going to build?
Yes.
How much is it going to cost us? How long are we going to pay these increased levies? Is there a sunset clause to these levies?
Yes, so I will summarize for you so that when we have ample time, we can go into the details. First of all, let me state that in relation to the airport service charge, it's a charge that hasn't seen any revision since 2012 thereabout. And I recall, even when the MPP was in power, a memo was sent to cabinet to try to revise the figure from 5 Ghana cedis to 120 Ghana cedis. That memo I have and can produce it. So the revision of the airport service charge is not new. Since 2012, we haven't seen any revision whatsoever. I mean, it was pegged at 5 cedis. Now, as a country that wants to turn itself into an aviation hub in Africa, definitely some of those charges must be enhanced in order that the airport company can deliver on its mandate. Now, let me talk about the Airport Infrastructure Development Levy, which was passed by Parliament and has now started. Look, after T3, we borrowed to build T3. Aside T3, we're looking at Kumasi Prempeh, the first international airport. The runway at Prempeh International Airport needs to be expanded so that it can truly become an international airport. Where are we going to get the money to expand the airport? We owe the contractor who is on site. We need to pay so the contractor can finish his work. Number 2, we have decided to build regional airports. The Sunyani Airport, as we have it now, is not fit for purpose. So the president says, let us give the people of the Bono regions, Bono East, and the half regions, a brand new airport at Nswatre. That costs a lot of money. Bolgatanga, as you are aware, the whole of the Upper East region has never had an airport. Do they deserve an airport? Yes, because travel time from Tamale to Bolgatanga is about 3 solid hours. So President Mahama says, let's give the people of the Upper East region a brand new airport. That's going to cost us money. Where are we going to get the money to do the Bolga airport? Additionally, Wa airport is equally not fit for service. Only Passion Air, propeller aircraft can land in Wa. So the president says, in order to open up that part of the country, let us give them a befitting airport so that all manner of aircraft can land in the Upper West region in order to boost trade and open up tourism and all that. Additionally, if you go to Kotoka, right now, Accra International Airport, at peak hours from 7 to, say, about 10, you see the congestion at T3. T3 is so congested that, look, one day if we don't take care, we can have a disaster on our hands. So we are seeking to repurpose Terminal 2 so that Terminal 2 can also receive international airlines. It takes money to repurpose Terminal 2, that is to convert it into an international terminal once again. That takes a lot of money. Again, we are trying to build a concourse to link Terminal 2 and Terminal 3. A concourse is like a walkway, but it would have shops, etc., etc. I mean, you've traveled before, you know how concourses are structured. Because it's not appropriate for passengers who intend to say catch flights in Terminal 3 if they land at Terminal 2 through any carrier. You walk outside, you know, to link up. When you do that, you have to start the process of passenger facilitation all over again. So it's imperative that we do a concourse to link those two terminals, and that is exactly what we're trying to do with the introduction of the Airport Infrastructure Development Levy. Again, we need a multi-purpose car park in order to decongest the existing car parks at the Accra International Airport. So the levy was introduced for specific reasons. And those reasons are very, 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 very compelling.
Hello, Honorable Agaga, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
I like the way you are breaking down the need. You've done the needs assessment and you are breaking it down for me. I go to Sunyani all the time. I like the fact that we want to relocate the Sunyani airport and expand it. I love going to the Upper East and Upper West regions, but I hate driving from Tamale to the place. So I like that you are giving us this general breakdown.
Yes.
Can you do me a very big favor and come to the studio together so that you give us this breakdown better?
Yes,
because
and I would
have
love to do that with Hassan Tampule, my colleague in Parliament. Because you see, they sound very hypocritical. They are the same people who attempted to enhance the airport service passenger charge from 5 cedis to 120 Ghana cedis.
Honorable Agaga, let me give you something which will make you happy. My father is called James. So I like people who are called James. And Uncle Lebo White is also called James. And everybody knows I absolutely love Uncle Lebo White. So anybody called James, I'm usually super kind to them. So the whole of tomorrow's Super Morning Show is dedicated to this conversation.
Yes,
I want you to come.
I would avail myself.
Let's break it down. And let Ghanaians understand why, and the world understand why they have to pay this. So if you don't mind, tomorrow 8 a.m. sharp, if you can get to the studio, we have 2 hours to discuss this.
Thank you, my brother.
So that I don't have to keep you on the phone. Please come to the studio. Let's break this down.
Thank you so much.
So my father, Honorable James Agaga, I'll see you tomorrow morning so that we can really break it down.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So that was the Honorable James Agaga, board chair of the Ghana Airports Company. Kweku, it's just fair that he got a chance to explain, but it's even better that he's coming tomorrow so that we really understand why we need this. I have questions. If I get my explanations, I can sleep in peace and pay in peace. And he says tomorrow he's coming. So tomorrow he should come. We'll call Honorable Tampuli to come because he has requested to have Honorable Tampuli.
Brilliant.
So that we have this passionate technical conversation with data and facts to support the development of infrastructure for the country.
It's just the way it should go. And so hopefully tomorrow we can have that conversation and then we can get some answers.
And then let's wrap up. Yes. And I'll wrap up with Star Oil.
Yes.
If you need fuel, make the smart stop at Star Oil, Ghana's largest oil marketing company. With over 240 stations nationwide, Star Oil gives you high quality fuel, great service and real value for money. This is why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. And with the Star card, you can enjoy safe cashless fueling and easy expense tracking. Wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuels.
Easter is here and Electroland says come and shop. Make this Easter special with unbeatable offers, massive discounts and exciting free gifts. Upgrade your home entertainment, feel the sound with your Samsung TCL and Media home theaters and enjoy your favorite Easter movies on stunning LED smart TVs. Stay cool all day with powerful air conditioners and yes, your bedside fridge for perfectly chilled drinks. We've got you covered. Cooking for the family. Do that in style with 4 to 6 burner gas cookers complete with grill and oven. And after the feast, let Electroland handle the laundry with top and front load washing machines that make life easy. So don't wait. Visit any Electroland showroom today or shop online at electroland.com. electrolandgh.com 050-315-973, that is the number to call. Electroland Ghana, home of luxury, affordable electronics.
Me actually real conversation now. Me pay discount too.
Brilliant.
On the airport levy, you know.
You put that ASAP.
Anyway, what if your family could access healthcare without worrying about immediate payments? The Bank Hospital introduces the Family Health Wallet. It's a dedicated healthcare account that allows families to set aside funds in advance for their medical needs. And with this wallet, you can access services such as consultations, emergency care, investigations, and pharmacy services using your reserved healthcare funds. Open a Family Health Wallet with an initial deposit of 20,000 Ghana cedis and enjoy 5% off hospital services, plus complimentary eye and ENT screenings on your first visit. The Family Health Wallet is now available at the Bank Hospital all year. So you can call them on 053 100 8227 for more information.
Queuing for your favorite watching, we can accept it. If there is one thing that Ghanaians can relate with, it is queuing. Queuing for trotro, we can accept it. We adjust, we'll survive. In fact, if queuing was an Olympic sport, we would win gold. But one thing we cannot accept is queuing to swap your MTN SIM. Swap your MTN SIM yourself in minutes. Visit the My MTN app or dial *1333# to get this done ASAP. No more standing, no more sweating, no more who be the last person. Do it yourself. Simply swap it everywhere you go.
Charlie, could the messages come in? Dozen, but we will reserve them for tomorrow.
The conversation is continuing.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Then see if we can have a conclusion here on the show. Now, the China-Europe International Business School offers world-class executive education for ambitious leaders and entrepreneurs. Their global MBA in Shanghai is taught across 12 countries and is unmatched when it comes to global exposure. It ranks number 2 by Financial Times and has remained in the top 2 for 8 consecutive years. The full-time MBA also in Shanghai shapes future-ready professionals and is ranked number 1 in Asia for 10 consecutive years and number 8 globally. And they also have the Advanced Management Program, the Owner Director Program, the Women Entrepreneurs and Leadership for Africa Program, all run across Ghana and Nigeria. So you can join SIPS today to gain global insights. Call them on 0544 315238. That's 0544 315238, or visit ceibs.edu/Africa.
Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number 1 supplier of quality office essentials, equipment and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to www.kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of our branches. It is hassle-free. We will arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. We offer delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is our hallmark.
We are wrapping up. We are leaving the studio, and I'm going to read one line from a song I'm going to